Why, hello, players.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
It's a Friday. In the future.
It is. What?
It's a very special
Why are we in
Friday.
the future?
Well, we're not in the past.
We're in the future.
It's Friday the 13th.
That's right. It's my
Is that
lucky
the
day.
present?
My luckiest day of the year is always the 13th. Friday times.
We're not in the future. Are we?
We're about to
Am I
be.
missing a critical update?
I mean, it's hard to say.
Currently in the present.
Great.
Technically always about to be in the future.
When will
Yeah.
then
Future's
be now?
just now.
Never.
Soon. Wait, it was soon.
Soon.
The next line.
Then, as in before then?
Or after then?
That's too many thens.
I can't say. Hang on. The guest star did something. Did it? Maybe I can fix it. Just keep on saying some fun things. Say
I don't have
Studebaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I really quiet for y'all?
Yeah,
You
a
are
little
really
bit.
quiet.
A teeny bit.
I'm about to fix it for you. Unless you think you can fix it.
Okay.
Your mic is
You?
way far away from your face.
Well, I can bring it closer, but that won't help. I always have it that far from my face.
It helps a little bit.
Yeah, bringing it closer absolutely will help because if you're closer to the microphone, it has because you
But my voice booms.
that's okay.
I have to have my gain all the way down and my microphone at like arm's length. But I can have it closer.
Yeah,
That's helpful.
maybe
What are you whining about, cat?
Hang on, I'll turn beloved
Screaming
Fraggy
at me.
down so that I can turn the volume up.
My
What,
edited
honey?
volume? I'm
For
usually quiet.
once, I'm the quiet one. This feels bizarre and
45 minutes.
wrong.
It is a little bit interesting, yeah.
Usually,
I have to actually
not how this
increase the
goes.
core boost. Jesus. All right, how about now?
God of Thunder, that would be cool. Do I sound better now? I don't know.
I don't know, Fraggy.
God of
Say
thunder.
A
Rutabaga.
little. Rutabaga.
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 Rude. Studebaker. I say Studebaker.
Studebaker? What is that?
Like a strudel.
Yeah, it's like an
I
old
want a
car.
strudel.
Do you remember the Muppets movie? The very first Muppets movie. They drove a Studebaker.
Oh, I don't think I remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Oh my God.
I don't think I've seen the first Muppets movie.
Fraggy, we need to travel back in time.
Oh no.
Not the future, the past.
Beastie is Beastie wants to come.
I knew that would happen. It could be the God of Chaos. The God of Chaos could be a cat.
That would make sense.
Hello,
Oh my
Beardless
God.
and Echo
The God of Chaos
And
might
Chris.
be my cat.
and Dotato. You all had a very pleasant conversation with the God of Chaos, as I remember.
You know,
Oh,
tomato,
good. I'm
tomato.
glad you remember because I don't.
Well, then I definitely remember very accurately that you all got
No,
along
we
very
remember.
well and wanted
Nope.
to work with him at every turn.
No, we remember.
I know that Munu, at least Munu remembers, and maybe Quinn remembers. So I trust them.
We had I wouldn't call it a bad encounter, but I wouldn't call it good either.
Chris, would you have called it a bad encounter? Do you
He
think?
just he duped us.
Does the God of Chaos want to be their friend, Chris?
No.
Chris just
no.
finished the episode today, so I feel like Chris will have good feeling on it.
Chris, don't betray us.
Can the God of Chaos be trusted?
Don't be stinky.
Did you bring me the big pumpkin, Joey? Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Or were you brought a gift?
Very simply, no.
Can't
Well,
be
there you have
trusted.
it.
Can't be trusted doesn't mean
There you
it's
have
a-
it. An impartial party
terribly bad.
has elected 52 months. Save your money. What are you doing?
Many months.
months.
Spend that money on delicious boba tea.
Booms, booms.
I don't drink boba that often.
Yeah, well, once a month then. That's the same cadence of the sub. So,
It might be more than a month since I've had that.
my gosh, I had it this week.
Mirabelle James,
That's
what
a cat,
are you
everyone.
doing? Oh, she's such a pain. Today, I came home from work to
Oh my
find
gosh, Dotato.
my son's trash can flipped over. She ate the bag. She pulled out the all the tissue that was in there and ripped that to shreds.
No.
And then I further went in, I've cleaned all that up and then went into the kitchen and discovered that she chewed through a bag of bagels that was still in a grocery bag and ate 2 of the bagels.
No.
And there was cat food in her bowl. So
No.
Yeah.
I don't know
my
why she's
cat-
hungry for trash and bread, but here we are.
Yeah.
We are. My cats would go after trash. I had to get a trash can that's like designed for huskies.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Don't worry,
my
I see
cats
everybody.
learned how to open a bread box, so I have to store bread products in the microwave because it has
She's
too much physical.
Currently eating a cardboard box.
That's normal.
I learned the new cat also. We got a box of cereal and he chewed through the top corner of the box of cereal before I noticed. Did not get to the cereal, did not rip the bag, but did shred the cardboard. And I was like, absolutely not my guy.
What is with you all on these
I was like,
animals?
I don't, absolutely
I
not
don't
my
know what
dude.
the obsession is. Like I have like, cats like boxes and like to be in them. I've never had a cat just sit and shred cardboard before, but that's what she's doing right now.
Yeah, May doesn't shred cardboard, but new cat did shred cardboard. I'm like, what the? No. No. Why do?
At least that's something that's cheap to replace.
Why do?
Mirabelle,
Oh my gosh, 48
can
minutes.
you hush?
Well,
I wanted to join in. I wanted to make the choo-choo go.
this is not the night for a choo-choo. All that stuff's disabled. Don't even see a choo-choo. You got to save that
Oh.
stuff for a stream when
I see it.
the little buzzers
see
will
it
go.
now,
Yeah,
right?
but like there things happen on the screen. It doesn't happen during Dungeons and Dragons. We turn it
Well,
off.
We're not always
don't
here
sub for that
the-
reason.
Yeah,
have to
it's
focus.
cute.
I'm not here for that.
Isn't that the whole point?
No.
No.
Doesn't everyone want to see like the big huzzah?
I mean, sometimes,
That's
but
not the whole
not.
point.
Yeah,
No.
that's not the point.
Maybe the point is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that
and the
poor
trains we took together.
confused sorceress that let a demon carve her
The
brain out
trains we
and take
took
her body
together.
over as a friend you made along the way. Aladamara, the deposed god of
Negative.
chaos, friend you made along the way. And who could forget
Oh,
Shilsulian?
not friend.
Shilsulian,
Also
a
not
kind friend. And Zot, what a charming chap.
Friend.
No,
No. Why are you like this?
I'm just trying to think of other friends. I'll figure out some.
Wait, was that the one that's like? I keep forgetting. Isn't it? No, that's Pern. There's one that's like did bad stuff, but is trying not to be bad anymore. I think that's Pern.
Lost, what are you doing? You gremlin.
Hype.
Thank you.
Dun dun dun.
Well, now we don't have to worry about
Dun,
skipping
dun.
ads because Chris is
You're
now
one.
Chris is now engaged. There's the only thing that pops up on the air is the Lost
Hype.
giant
I
smooch
technically
emoji
did not
overrides
start
literally every other layer in the entire show.
I think Freddy technically started.
Guest star, all right. Guest star, you were doing so well. You were doing so well.
I just joined in like a little
I'll fix it.
follower.
We're just going to go back to capturing the screen since it's not that. It's not that.
Or did Dodo start it? I forgot who
We
came
need to
first.
turn on guest star
Joe
sucks.
Fraggy, but when I
And
started-
I'm going to have to do adjustment times because
I
it
think
is
so, too.
it is working. What happened?
No.
I said technically Fraggy started it, and then I said, well, actually, I can't remember if it was Fraggy or Dodoto.
It was me.
It was you.
I
see,
did it.
See, confessions. That was my trick. You fell for it.
I stand by my decision.
Clearing my name any means possible.
Man,
There's so
that's
many moments. I can't stop now.
Fraggy's elevator is stuck. No.
It's okay. Nobody needs to see my face.
problem here is that I trusted it. We set it up as like, this seems to work. And I didn't think if I should check the backup plan before I went live. That's on me.
That's okay. We're doing a little choo-choo while we do this.
Choo
I'm sorry, the
choo.
backup plan is needed. That's sucky.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating.
Chugga.
Choo choo.
I did instigate. You're right. I did not start. Like, I don't start stuff. I just continue it.
Fraggy.
Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to see if it popped up anything more than the little thing on the top right that I can't stop. Okay, that's great. No problem.
Dun dun dun.
Wait, does it work now?
Whoa. What's the train doing up top? Why is it? Whoa.
All right. I'm going to make sure that Munu's backup thing works too. And then maybe I'll switch back to proper guest star if guest star has been scared into cooperating. Turn off the slot. Guest star sucks. Now I've got to do this. Turn off the lock. Control R to reset the transform. And we shrink and cut. There it is, everybody.
Dun dun dun.
Bits. Bits.
Yeah, I lost. It has days for sure.
It had been doing so good, and then it was doing bad again, and then it was doing like really, really good, and then it did bad, like super bad during like pathologic times, and then it was seemed to be back to good. But I've been wrong before.
No, see, it's not you that is wrong. It's guest star that is culprit.
Oh, where I have to like, is this not in preview mode? Or they took preview mode away, didn't they? For fun, right? And so, and it is not even on show nameplates. Okay, cool. That's interesting.
Oh, I didn't know you could toggle that on and off.
You can't. They're on no matter what, as you can see. But I turned them off, and they're still there. All right, so let's try.
Oh, big pupper.
No, I'm just going to stick with this. I literally don't care if it's janky because this actually gives us a frame rate, which is what really matters. Okay.
It's a big puppy. So big. Cuddle me. I am lapdog.
Luke, what do you mean? You're here right now.
Very cute.
Is you still very far behind, even going like 5 times speed to listen to all the episodes? Okay.
Are you at 5 times speed?
Is it a serious question, apparition, or is this a a joke? Is it a knock joke? In Dungeons and Dragons terms, a wizard is someone who has to study academically to gain their abilities and learn how to like think about things in a certain way. It's sort of like, you know math so good that just your comprehension of the cosmos in a Lovecraftian way lets you shape things by how you conceive of them. And sorcerers do that instinctively. Sorcerers just have a mutant aspect to their freaking brain that lets them do it. They're the X-Men, basically. That's the difference in terms of Dungeons and Dragons. I have a hype chest. Okay, let's open the hype chest.
What's a hype chest?
I don't know. I have an emote. I can share with you all.
Whoa.
Just gamified it for the streamer. I don't really care. This is like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, loot crate.
Trying to play Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, I have no idea how they're different in Baldur's Gate 3 because Baldur's Gate 3 breaks a lot of rules to make things cool. Mm-hmm. So who knows? But the mechanical difference is that wizards have a much bigger toolbox. They can pick from way more spells, and they regain spells at short rests. And they're one of the only 2 classes in the entire game that do that. And they can basically learn any spell in the entire fucking game with few restrictions, whereas sorcerers have very heavy restrictions. Like they'll have a set of spells they know, and they can't learn anymore. And then they can prepare those and use them dynamically through the day, where the wizard has to I think the wizard can cast dynamically too now. I have no idea. These two, like Vancian days, things are a bit more rigid. Oh.
I don't remember, but I do know wizards get to learn from scrolls. You can spend a little bit of money
from scrolls,
then they know that spell.
Books and yep, they can do stuff. Sorcerers just have to level up and gain a new power, like the X-Men. And now you know. Now, no doubt you all were in the sauna when last we left our heroes, and definitely not in some ancient vault that had been long lost under the earth.
We're on vacation.
Guarded by the elves. They didn't even know what they were protecting, and now you're inside of it. And you have interrogated 2 prisoners. Mm-hmm. And I think you were about to put the 3rd up. You were thinking about the 3rd or something. You learned about the 3rd.
I forgot.
Was the 3rd the halfling?
To the demon.
You did the demon.
And then we talked to the halfling trickster chaos god.
Yes.
And then I forgot the person's name.
Denriel.
The Justicar.
Oh, Shil Ro is the...
I was going to say, who's Ro?
Shil Ro. Ro is the Justicar.
Yeah, Shilro told us about Denriel. And I had thoughts
I feel like
and things. I had theories. Oh, I need to close chat. Goodbye, chat. Okay. Oh my God, Twitch, stop telling me that. Every time I open and close chat, it gives me the tutorial on Guest Star.
oh yeah.
Well, that's so handy and
Okay.
polite.
It's just got to make sure you know.
I guess so. So the last time when we learned Denriel was Kithriel's brother,
Yes.
and we knew Denriel was bound at request of the elves, and
Pardon me.
I posited that the elves were essentially holding Denriel hostage to keep Kithriel from making a fuss, basically. Right? What did I write here? And recruited the holders that could stop them. Elona's remnants were used to raise Maleki for the Sinlay elves, and the other elves wanted no goddess of nature, so the world would just end since they fucked up. And Zot fucked up Pern's memories. That's good recap. Good job, Inu.
You did amazing.
No. We're not doing that.
I don't know. That was speculation on my part, but I think I'm right.
Fighting on the bed.
Why are you guys like so mad lately?
If you have to murder some small beings, we all understand. You gave it your best. We all did. But sometimes it's just time.
I'm just so tired.
Let's put them in the dryer, turn it on, and forget about it.
Contemplates.
Contemplate those whumps. Oh, farewell, chat. Goodbye, chat.
But the dryer costs $1.
Oh no.
It's going to cost more than that. Logan's a very large kid. It's gonna have to go a couple of times.
Like
I know, he's taller than me.
Womp, womp, womp. Yuki did say farewell. Hopefully, they're taking time to listen to episodes. Who knows? They gotta do what they gotta do.
Yes.
And you all we're slowly fading in. Slowly fading in, so you still have time to acclimate. Slowly fading in on a very small little theater. The slightly raised stage in front of 3 rows of bench seats.
Oh.
And an aisle between them. A Shillian ghost that you've been speaking with, Shilro, stands with an unearthly patience on stage, watching you calmly.
Is this after the god of chaos just like scooted away?
Right? Yeah.
Yes,
This is
correct.
right, like-
All of Damara had left, and you all were considering what next gem you were going to put up, and you asked about Denriel, the elf with the charcoal skin gem.
I forgot I was taking notes. I knew I had notes. I forgot I took it in my phone in our chat. I've been taking the interrogation notes for us to pin.
Oh, right. In the secret chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I swore I had notes on them.
The dragon, the red dragon was the Dreadworm,
Dreadworm.
enemy of the elves for thousands of years. 7,000 years old. So not as old as Nightscale.
I mean, your
And the elves need to judge. What?
horseshoes and hand grenades at like 3,000 years versus 7,000 versus 10,000 years. They're both like unknowably ancient beings. So.
I mean, yeah, but for clarity's sake, there's a casual 3K years in there.
Yes, I agree. Casual.
But the elves need to judge Dreadworm.
Correction, says the narrator. The elf among the wardens gets the judge.
Ez is in parentheses.
Yeah, there it
says
is.
elves, Ez needs to judge.
Elves.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
Welcome to the team.
Yay!
Yay! Everyone's scared.
I'm terrified, says the narrator.
We've done 1, 2, 3, 4 technically. Yeah, so we have.
Wait.
You haven't actually talked with Denriel or with Dreadworm. You've only put 2 gems up on stage.
Oh, to like get their bios.
You have bios on.
Yeah. We talked to the demon to test that the circle was working, and then the god of chaos. I've already forgotten his name. Aladamara.
Yeah.
And then we were asking the Justicar questions about the dragon and Denriel were some when we picked them up. It just said like minimus bound at behest of the elves. It didn't like list their actual reason.
Yep,
and
that's
that
right.
was why we asked about them.
All I have is Sinlay elves knew that they upset the other elves and bound him as blackmail.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ilona wanted to destroy the world and recruited the beholders.
No, she wanted to kill all
God
intelligent
shot
life
them.
so that the
Well,
world could thrive
that's
naturally.
Same
Ew.
thing.
Thought you pesky, brainy things making buildings and shit.
Ilona's remnants were used to raise Maleki, as the Sinlay elves wanted. And then the other elves did not like that.
Right.
They wanted there to be no goddess of nature, so the world would just end since they messed it up in the first place. And then Denriel probably got held as blackmail, so the Sinlay elves would go to the Sinlay and let them get away with it. Right? That's the theory?
Oh, it sounds reasonable to me.
Yes.
I like it. Ravioli, you're cute. She's sad. That's what she is.
Okay.
I don't remember. Who else do we have?
We
Where's
have.
our...
Did we do the Lich?
No.
We haven't done
We only
that.
talked to...
You've only talked to 2.
Jill.
Do we get the? Do we want to continue like getting the bios for
Labia?
people, or actually get into talking with a few of them?
I don't know. That's up to y'all. The others, I think we kind of knew at least something.
Mm.
But the elf and the dragon, all we knew was the elves wanted them out of the way.
Yeah.
We didn't know why. So that was why we asked about them. But I'm good with whoever.
Heck yeah. I'm excited for the dragon, but we have to do the elf and the dragon, so we'll probably do them both. So I'm really a coin toss from which one I want to do first.
Well, it sounds like you're casting your vote for the dragon.
Yeah, I'll vote for the dragon.
That's the one you're most excited for.
Yeah.
Let's do that. It'll be fun. On a bun.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I'm sure.
Or we'll die.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah. Be awesome. Nothing bad has ever happened.
Okay, so you want to put Dreadworm's gem into the ring?
I would like to put Dreadword's gem into the ring.
Oh, okay. You take the gem out of the... Finnegan's holding the bag still, is that correct?
Oh, crap. Yeah.
So ain't no one stopping you from fishing out the... I mean, it's in like the crate, in the box, in the pillows, right?
Yes.
So you gotta open
do
the
the whole 9
pillows
yards.
with I mean, yeah, if Ramar's not helping, it'll take you forever. So I assume Ramar's like that one.
Yeah, I will help.
Because it's the Ranmar filing system.
Dreadworm. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. I have this for Dreadworm. I don't know if I just have it in the wrong area. It says Ez's decision for appeal or not.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we remember.
Yeah.
I don't really necessarily remember fully why that is a thing, but I have it as a note.
And the narrator will remind you all that, you know, it's like it's still a party choice. Like I don't think Fraggie's going to bulldoze you all. She's allowed to because she's the elf in this case. But
I can't. Somebody, was it the Justicar that said specifically that like they would look to Ez for casting the verdict? I don't remember why.
if it's up to the elves, she's the elf representative. So
For the dragon? Oh,
for anyone the shill are holding who was at the behest of the elves.
Yeah. Sorry.
And she's not only ambassador to the Denali, she's the de facto ambassador
Gotcha.
for the shill now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's been like a month. We got a little bit of wind up time.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Taking your time and asking repeated questions is fine. I mean, it is a legitimate question to ask, like, hey, how come we don't have to worry about like a dwarf or halfling like delegate or whatever? Like, why it's the elf thing so fucking weird? Like, so, you know, the Shillian prisoners, all of you have equal say. The behest of elves prisoners, the elf has final say. Why? So
It's their thing. Like it's their, like I just assume because it's has to do with them. Like it's not our place, but not our place.
I mean, that's interesting.
Mark?
Why is it only that one way? You understand that's completely lopsided.
Yeah,
right?
it's weird, but that's
It's
how
like,
it seems.
It treats you like lesser beings. I
Yeah.
just want to put a fine point on that. Right.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so you put the Dreadworm gem
Yes.
in the circle. Okay. A well-dressed, sort of like strong but slender, tall-looking gentleman with well-groomed short hair and a clean-shaven face materializes before you.
Excuse me, I was promised a dragon.
You have one.
Yeah, sorry, do I not know that can dragons polymorph into human?
Mm-hmm.
You have a. Someone else take
Oh
this
my
one.
gosh. I forgot Nights. I totally forgot Nightgale.
Someone else take this one.
I totally forgot Nightgale. I totally forgot that Nightgale does that.
Everything's fine.
It's okay.
Yes,
we have to get back
they
into
can-
it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's
been
a little
long.
bit of a warm up. Yes, this is still a dragon.
Okay, great.
The red dragon, Dreadworm, Shilro says, he committed no crime against us, but many crimes of war against the Sinlay elves, setting their forests ablaze repeatedly over a span of 4,000 years. However, Dreadworm was also a sworn enemy of High Vampire von Umnor and all of her kin. Dreadworm, while most often an enemy to the elves, was their ally several times in dealing with the vampire and instrumental in their defeat. However, the elves could not allow Dreadworm to roam freely because they feared he would destroy them. Dreadworm kind of smiles to himself and looks down at the ground. The elves, Ro continues, were unwilling to destroy such a powerful, if desperate, ally. And yet here I am, Dreadworm says. So, these young ones here, they are my judges now. That is our laws, Shiro says. There has to be at least one elf who remembers me. You all live so long, right? How long has it even been?
How long has it?
Couple thousand years.
2,000 years.
2,000 years, yeah. But wait, so he was imprisoned. He was an ally with the elves, but helped the elves. Didn't do anything to the elves. They just were scared of him.
Let's not beat around the bush.
Question
I
mark?
killed thousands and thousands of elves over thousands of years.
Oh. Okay, well that's bad. I thought.
Is it? Is it
Yeah.
bad?
Why?
Maybe because they pushed the lesser folks out of those forests. They felt themselves more entitled to it than those that were still struggling to survive there, rather than help them. So I set them back a few hundred years now and then to remind them that they too are still sorting it out.
But that seems like you're playing God.
As far as elves are concerned, I was one. They couldn't stop me. They couldn't hope to. They had to count on, he looks at Shilro, these pretenders. I'm not the one in the circle, Dreadworm, Shilro says. Huh.
She's got a point.
Well, do what you will with me then. What do you want?
What did you help them with? Vampires? I think I just need more like backstory.
In spite of all the elves' grandeur, no matter what they do, every few hundred years, vampires will rise, take over whatever human settlement thinks it has control of the southern peninsula, and then it will push into their forest. It's like they always forget, but it always starts the same. Humans and undead ravaging their forests all of a sudden without warning. And they don't really know what's happening. And while I obviously have my issues with how the elves conduct themselves and govern those they consider lesser than them, I don't want them to be destroyed. What fun in that be? And vampires are disgusting. So.
But then the elves were killing the vampires.
They are doing their best. Without me, they would have surely fallen.
Gotcha. Why turn on them though? Like if you were a team together.
A team?
Sounds like you were a team if you had a common enemy that you were working to eradicate. Right?
My choices certainly benefited the elves.
Okay. Sounds like teamly times.
I am unable to lie in the circle, so I will tell you the full truth. Which is that yes, they considered me their ally, because without me, they would have been eradicated. But they were lesser than I. How could they not be? Thousands of years their senior, a natural part of this world where they were always alien. I am, for all intents and purposes, a god to them. An ally to them, yes. An ally to me, they served me no purpose beyond entertainment.
But aren't you just... But we were mad at the elves for treating the other people in the forest lesser, right?
Yes.
But you're doing that to the elves.
Well, that's my position and right.
But why is it more of a right for you than the elves?
Have you ever met a dragon before?
Yes.
Then you know.
I don't know if she does that,
Someone
though.
hit themselves in the face with the points.
If who does what?
Solidly before.
Wait, what was that, Moon?
I've never seen a dragon hit themselves in the face with the point that hard.
This tiny little mice trying to get a one-up on me to convince me that clearly I'm just like them and I could work with them. I could if I needed to. And now I'm at your mercy. But what would that mean? You're just going to destroy me. You're not going to set me free.
I'm not sure about that. I'm just listening to a story for now.
What did you say, Valen says, about the attacks in the forest? Undead and people? He looks at her for a moment. He does a double take at her. And then he seems to consider something and shakes his head to himself. And he says, "It's happening, isn't it? They're rising again. Do your people know? I'm certain that the higher-ups do. Have they told you?" Mielavir looks pissed as fuck. I'll take that as a no.
Roll it back. What? What?
He's saying we have a vampire problem, Mulavir says.
Oh. Well, if they're supposed to show up every few hundred years, it's overdue. If you don't, right?
How are you going to beat them without me this time? He says.
Yeah. And that guy, that bastard, the shoes man. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a good point.
Oh no, that's
Fair.
bad vampire. That's not.
Yeah.
Gross.
Good point.
Well,
Fair.
clearly we're equals. So you don't have any need for me, do you? Oh, sarcasm works in the circle. That's refreshing.
Nobody said that we were equals. You were saying that you have an equal reasoning to what you were doing, as the elves seemingly had an equal reason for what they were doing.
The elves are fighting for survival. I didn't have to worry about my survival until the shill.
Does that make it worse? Question mark.
It means that, as far as the elves are concerned, if I wanted to erase them, I could have. If I wanted to let them be erased by vampires, I could have. Neither of those happened, because I chose otherwise. My choice being what's operative.
But you think we need your help for vampires this go around too?
Maybe you don't. I don't know.
I guess I'm not sure, like in D&D sense, of how hard it is to like, do we need to be overly prepared to fight vampires? Because we have battled Sulian a little bit before, right? Question mark.
So the narrator will pan the camera back a little bit and share a few things. One, you've never confronted Sulian in combat. We talked about it a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure at least Kramer understands that a 2,000-year-old wizard vampire would mop the floor with the party in about a round. So that is just one vampire.
Well,
and we're talking about a vampire, some number of vampires and an army. Which, if we're counting, is 2 armies. Because there's still an army of orcs bearing down on Hollice. And now there's some army bearing down on the Sinlay, which means the Sinlay can't come help you. Oh, that's weirdly timed, says the narrator.
okay, but how will we know if we ask you for help and get your help? How would we know you wouldn't start destroying us as well?
We don't.
It seems that we have an impasse here.
Why would you help?
If it meant my survival.
Didn't you just say your survival was not at stake?
It is suddenly now, isn't it?
I mean, good point.
Okay.
The circle, says Shilro, is equipped with the ability to impose a greater guise and atonement on an individual. If the prisoner is willing, I'll explain in a minute, says the narrator. If the prisoner is willing, then we can force a shift in their alignment so that they may remain willing to help.
Oh.
You want to change my personality.
Just a little bit.
An attitude adjustment.
An attitude adjustment. The first of its kind, really.
If I'm being honest, Shilro says, no, I would prefer you choose it freely. But it's not my decision, and I am sympathetic with the warden's inability to trust you completely. He says.
You don't want an attitude adjustment? I ask very, very really. Do you not think you need an attitude adjustment? Well, how would they be willing though? Did Romine willing, like, do it themselves? Be like, yes, I would like to. So
in Dungeons and Dragons terms, the magic we're talking about is, because we're talking about a dragon as the target, especially at this age category. It's a little insane. So my second edition players would be pissing themselves right now with fear and excitement. But the idea is, so say someone really fucks up and they lose their paladin powers, or they have a curse on them because some greater cleric was like, in second edition, this could happen. If you really piss off a greater cleric, they would curse you and all of your stats would be like -4 until you get them fixed.
Oh.
How do you get them fixed? You go on a quest to atonement, which means they say, you're going to do this giant fucking campaign that the DM invented. And then when you come back from this mission with the thing I want you to get or do or whatever, then I will release you from the quest and the curse.
Oh. So we'd essentially be sending him on a quest?
Yeah, and once that spell is cast, the player / the player character has no choice. They have to go through with the quest.
Oh.
They are compelled to do it.
Oh.
So in this case, it's a little specialized in that the idea is if we let this dude free to help us, and even if the quest forcing him is like, stop the vampires, the moment it's over, he'll just fucking,
oh yeah,
I'm just going to do whatever I want. And those little shits that gave me shit, I'm going to go eat them to prove a fucking point. And then what are you going to do? You can't stop them. Right. So it is an impasse.
Can we add that he help with the vampire and also not eat us?
I mean, he's lawful evil. Or chaotic evil. He's red, so he's chaotic evil, and so like that's why it seems like whoa, did he just does all this, like he just said this thing twice and he doesn't apply to him, but it does apply sometimes. What the fuck? I can't keep track of it. It's because he's chaotic evil, and so if he was shifted to lawful neutral, he'd be like he'd follow a strict code and not get off on hurting people,
and that would last forever.
Yep, that'd be a permanent change.
Okay. Oh wow! Can you could just do that to people?
You can't just do that unless you command a crazy amount of power, and it's also literally changing someone's personality, which I think we can all agree at some level. Maybe
it's not good.
Not okay, right?
Yeah. That's what I was.
And so this is the entire theme of the Hollice campaign is like, when is this stuff okay? Is it okay? Like, I mean, on one hand, you're like, kill the bad guys, but then all of a sudden, a lot of the bad guys have, even if they're monsters, something happened that made them that way. Yeah. Right. And so like, it's not like we kill the bad guys. It's a shit, I have no choice kind of a thing a lot of the time, with a few exceptions, Cillian being one of them. Sometimes, there's conflict there. And so like in this case, when you could like, what if we could take every bad guy and wave a wand and then they're the kindest, sweetest person? On some level, I'm like, yes, I want that. But also it seems a little twisted, right? They didn't have a choice in the matter. Like what's the value in that? It's like what Shepard would say, like that's the thing that makes us different than them.
Yeah.
We give them that choice before we have no choice but to stop them ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're taking that choice away with this magic. So there you go. Now you're up to speed.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So like even though we can do it, the moral morality behind it of like, okay, well we shouldn't because that we're just as bad as the bad guys.
Yeah. But sometimes it is a better choice anyway. You just carry that guilt. Cool. All right. But you don't have the gavel, so you don't have to make the decision yet anyway.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay.
Damn it. I forgot.
I forgot about the gavel a little bit.
Back to the scene.
I forgot about the gavel. I'm down for some we can't make a decision yet. So I'm okay with pondering the idea of a forced attitude adjustment. By order of the doctor.
We'll think about it and ponder.
We'll ponder the attitude adjustment.
Well, I look forward to our next talk.
I'm putting attitude adjustment.
It'll be great.
Any chance you'll apologize for being a shit? Milavir says. No. The dragon says.
We're going to put that in the, what was it?
I feel like that's a bad sign from you.
Looks like somebody needing of an attitude adjustment. It's going into the category, going into the column.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Good old pros and cons list. Okay, so
you picking the gem up?
I'm trying to think. Do we want to ask anything else?
Just put it back. He can't hear you if the gem's not on the circle, so you can have
I'll put it up then. Yeah.
private conversations.
I will put it up then. I'll put him up.
Okay.
We have a vampire
back in the
problem,
gym.
Fallon says. Apparently, Mila says.
Do we know that for sure, though? Like, do we trust his word on that?
I bet Mom knows, Mila Veer says.
She would.
Yeah.
But would she even tell us?
At this point, she better.
Oh no. Sorry, I think Palom got Porum's food. He was at her bowl. And then his went off. Did you get double meal?
Where is she sitting
A thief.
He ran to her bowl first. She's over there now. I don't know how much of he ate of it.
We do what we can.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get, I'll get the upgraded machines to feed them at the same time. One thing at a time.
Sorry, yeah. I saw them run by.
Back to the sink. She's always eating shit out of the sink anyway. She's fine.
Nutrition.
Mine does that too.
Nutritional diversity.
Soap scum.
Yeah, okay. So we need we need this gavel is what we need. But do we want to continue on talking to people? That way we kind of know the full, like we can at least maybe talk to the elf.
We're learning stuff.
Yeah.
Ashtel says that's helpful.
Yeah, but we need the gavel.
We need the gavel to smite him, but without it, we can still ask some questions.
Oh, that's true.
And at least
Can we
from that dragon, she says, like, once we realize we might be able to actually work with the shithead, maybe we can use that kind of thing as leverage to get others to tell us more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
True. Maybe. Come on. We, at the very least, now know that we need to ask if there is indeed a vampire problem and how that's working out.
Yeah, wait, how did he know there was a vampire problem if he's been in a gym this whole time?
So he described what it looks like, and then Valen basically asked, because that's literally what happened.
Oh.
Like when, oh God, the wolf. What's the name of the wolf?
I'm going to get there. Hold on.
Lost his eye. Come on, chat.
I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
get
Come at me.
there. Wait, I'm not looking at chat. I can't look at chat regardless, but
Oh, the one that's
Can I get
friends
it?
with Wolf the person.
Yes.
yes.
Friends with tag. Follows tag everywhere. Aspen.
Sebastian. Oh,
Aspen.
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 I almost said Sebastian.
Thank you, Lost. Aspen.
That would have been
Aspen
close.
lost his eye and a leg to an attack that fits exactly that description.
Oh.
It's
I
tying
don't
it together.
remember that.
Tying it together.
The
I thought that he said it was
description.
people.
People. An undead, Valen said.
Oh, he wouldn't know the difference between people and undead.
Nope.
Ah. He
That's
just sees
his age.
person.
He just sees humanoids, and if they're not elves, they're people.
What did he recognize when he looked at Valen? I didn't get an answer on that one.
Oh yeah, he didn't. Did someone ask him directly? I think he got pulled out first.
I did. I said, "Back up. What did you just realize?"
Oh, I missed it. He didn't
And
respond to it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put him back in and ask him if you want to.
Let me toss him back in. In and out, in and out.
Yes.
Toss him back in.
What do you mean? What would he recognize about me? Valen says.
I don't know. Well, he looked at you and looked very thoughtful.
He did.
I
Good catch.
don't remember all the words, but he seemed to click something together when he saw you.
I think it was he had to do a double take on her.
Yeah. Something. I don't know.
I can put him back though. I put the dreadworm back on so you can ask about that.
Has it been? How long has it been? He says. You all are in the same positions.
Like 2 minutes.
The same conversation.
Yeah.
So be it.
I didn't get it. I want an answer to my question. When you looked at her, point at Valen. What you
Valen?
seem to have a realization. Fill us in.
She's your ally, is she not?
I want to know what went through your noggin. I don't need to know what goes through my noggin.
What went through my noggin is that in spite of how I feel about myself, it would be wise to be polite. And so I kept my tongue in my mouth.
Say noggin again. It was good.
Good
I'm
word.
sorry.
Look, maybe don't be shifty right now. Help me help you.
She
Fill me
can't possibly look familiar to me because she obviously can't be one of your number and be who she looked like.
So, who did she look like?
Mystra, the goddess of magic.
Ooh.
Okay, that's helpful.
Okay, bye-bye now.
So you're saying Mistra's hot, Milavir says. Mila, Fallon says, what? I'm trying to be jokey now. Can we do that? Can we just be family again? Fuck rules. I hate rules. You know I hate rules.
Goddess of magic.
Yeah, Mistra is the goddess of magic.
Does that mean Valen looks like Mistra, or Valen is?
That's what I said. What do you mean is?
Well, I'm just.
Are you the goddess of magic, young one? How do
Look,
you know
people-
I'm young? Friend. You can't be older than 45. Okay, you're right, but how do you know? Fallon says. I've seen a lot of elves. I've eaten a lot of elves. What do you want? Fallon says, hey, I can't lie in the circle. At least I'm being honest. That's something, isn't it?
You know what? That is a step in the right direction.
If it's any consolation, I've also suffered eating elf vampires.
Suffered?
They really
Always
taste terrible.
do.
They taste like rotten lilacs. It's awful.
Why eat them?
What?
Because if I eat the damn things, they can't rise.
You can't. Do you go burn? You have to eat them? I'm sorry.
I mean, if I eat them, when I'm chewing, fire's involved. I'm a red dragon. If you let me out, I'll show you.
No.
Yes, I will show you if you let me out.
No.
Yes, I will. It is a thing. I promise I will.
That sounds cool, but not right now.
You're not making your case well.
The ads just started apparently. So we can,
What a time for an ad break.
didn't even tell me they were coming. It just hit the brakes on the stream.
What a time for an ad break.
I will be right back because I have to do bedtime.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay.
Really?
I love thinking about this old dragon saying noggin. Just something about that has delighted my heart so deeply.
He's like very respectful looking. He's got like,
The most respectful noggin I've ever heard.
very nice sort of gray looking. It's not a suit per se, but it's like very, very lovely gray formal attire for a gentleman. And he's got a red rose over his pocket with a slightly off, like a darker shade of red than the rose kerchief, like framing it.
Okay.
He's a classy guy. Yeah.
Can I ask a clarifying question, not in character?
You want to
I
ask
just
the
wanna be sure I
narrator
remember
or the
something.
DM?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Both?
Okay.
I don't know. It's a little unclear who's who. We established that Valen has ley lines connected to her, right?
Mhm.
And now looks like Mistra, apparently. Okay.
Weird.
So is Mistra or
Yeah.
just or is
What a
child of
coincidence.
Mistra? Question mark.
So it seems reasonable to ponder, mayhaps.
I need water real quick.
Because okay.
Work out your notes together.
Okay, yes, we can ponder now. Okay,
Yes.
So when the shill cast the final spell, right, and they made Mistra forget who she is.
Yes.
And apparently we have to go to the freaking moon, the invisible moon, to wake Mistra up.
Mhm.
What if, like, what happened with Alona, where she just got like splintered, and they
Yeah.
used the remnants to cobble together Malaki's
Yeah.
power? What if Valen is one of those fragments and just has no fucking idea?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh no, either if she's not like the like child of and has forgotten, she is and has forgotten. Like that's absolutely a plausible thing.
Unless we have to take Valen to the moon, and that's what jogs her memory.
What's a plausible thing?
We were.
Don't worry about it.
We're back. What's plausible? Do you want my help? I could help.
We were talking about, because I was gonna say it while you were here too, but what did we just say, Moon? The fact of like, my theory was gonna be, if Valen wasn't the child of Mistra and forgotten, then she is Mistra and has forgotten. But Moon's explanation is a little bit more in depth of the splinter stuff.
What do you remember about Mistra?
Allegedly, we have to go to the moon to remind her that she's
Exists.
Mistra. Yeah, or exists at all. Yeah.
What would happen if we made the goddess of magic forget she existed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thinking, though, is when they destroyed Ilona, to make sure I have the names right. Yeah, when they destroyed Ilona, and they used Ilona's remnants to raise Malaki to godhood, but Ilona's something is still behind because she's the Empress.
Yes.
Is that her name?
Yes.
And wants to be the next chaos goddess thing. So it seems to me maybe something splintered off of Mistra when she forgot she existed.
The fragments.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like that.
I don't know.
I like
Is it-
that
I don't know
thought.
how this shit works.
Remember, Ronnie called her a fragment and like stroked her hair. Like, what was that about?
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot
Did
about
she?
that.
Yes.
I need to go get Jacket, and I might go get my iPad so I can type on it bigger than phone.
All right.
But also, I love Beardless's poor Mistra. That's rough, buddy. Also, to the moon. Time to take the ship out.
I don't remember her saying a fragment.
It was, oh my God, what episode was that? I can't remember now.
It was something else. I feel like I remember writing it at the top.
One of the sleepers.
Sleepers! That was it.
Actually stroking her head.
I'm alarmed. Okay, so she called her a fragment too, and a sleeper. I wrote down, okay, can you jog my memory? In session 51, I wrote, Mistra is on the missing moon. Shells to wake her? What does that mean? Shells?
Shells to wake her.
Why did SHELLS, like a seashell. What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, you need to find her empty shells, i.e. other beings that maybe look like her.
Oh!
And if that's true,
Oh, shit, I knew it. We're going to have to take Valen to the moon to remind Mistra that she exists and Valen's part. Oh, God. Great. This means Ez probably smooched part of a god.
don't worry. Ez is like the most non-committal player I've ever seen in an entire camp, of any of the hundreds of campaigns I've run. So she'll probably take it better than most.
True. Okay, I'm going to write down shells of herself to wake her. What if I made my notes legible?
I mean,
Okay.
it's overrated if you ask me.
Okay. She's a fragment. Shell. Okay. Done. I have noted and annotated. Bean, why are you here? I have a teeny cat just crouched. I don't know why.
That's what teeny cats do, isn't it? They crouch.
I guess so, but she's just so small, and she usually doesn't get here. What are you doing, Bean? Whatever.
Oh, S is back. Everyone act busy.
Hi. I took notes. I was busy, and now I'm not.
There's this question as to like, what does it mean if Valen was actually a shell / a fragment of the goddess of magic who doesn't know she exists? Did Ez make out with a fragment of the goddess of magic?
Wouldn't that kind of explain why she's got what she's got inside her?
I would say it does explain some things.
You don't need to turn on the lights. It's bright in here.
Raviol is dreaming. Bean, do you want to snuggles? Come here. Maybe. You look pissed, Bean.
Here comes the third player. We'll be reunited.
Dun dun dun.
Was that a heated vest or something?
It's a Christmas present from Kate parents. They got
fun.
us little heated jackets.
I love
because
that
they
kind
were
of stuff.
on super big sale.
So cool.
And if you want a little heated jacket, they keep going on super big sale. So
Yeah, I have a heated vest that is pretty nice. It's like really thin. It goes under everything.
Yeah.
I can wear it with all my stuff.
this is bulkier to have things go under it, and then like this
Hell
on
yeah.
top of it.
Classy.
But it is so warm and it feels so good.
Welcome back. You picked the gem back up. Is Dreadworm still part of the scene?
No, he's done. I think we're done with him.
Okay. Who's next?
Elf time.
I guess so. I don't know. It just dawned on me.
You have like a mummy
Again.
and a
What's
lich.
the problem?
You have the King of Eyes, which has been long requested. Saving that one for last.
That one. I'm really, really scared though.
More scared than Ardenoth?
Yeah, a little bit equal. It's straight
I
up
mean,
equal.
I'm bizarrely way more scared of the King of Eyes than Ardenoth. Is
That's
that
how I feel.
smart? I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just the narrator though.
I forgot the iPad, so I'm gonna ask Katie to bring it up. Literally went down for 2 things. Forgot one of them.
Oh, you also have the Rakshasa.
Oh yeah.
I also don't want to talk to them. I'm scared.
They can't hurt you through the circle.
Well, see, one of them already walked out of the
Right.
circle.
One of them
Right,
wasn't
I was
actually
like, I
ever
also-
a prisoner. He was masquerading the whole time.
Okay. How do you just masquerade?
He's a god.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. We have, how many do we have left? We have the King of Eyes, Elf, and
Rakshasa.
Sasha.
Hold on, let me pull up my notes. My list. Oh, I don't even
The
have
mummy?
So we have
The lich.
the King of
lich.
Eyes. Yeah.
And the elf.
Yes.
That's 6 left that I can't write. Did I forget one?
1, 2.
we talked to Shill Office.
Nope, that's the lich.
Oh, that's the lich. That's the lich.
You haven't
Never
talked to him
mind.
yet.
Just
We
kidding.
talked to Sulid, Mummy Demon.
You have not talked to the mummy.
Oh, we have not?
Nope. The mummy and the demon is 1 gem, and the sorceress with the demon was another gem.
Oh.
You talk to the sorceress, who is now just the demon,
Yes.
and is basically ready for the recycling bin.
Yeah.
Unless you want to set whatever that fucking thing is loose.
No, I don't. I just like thinking of it as a recycling bin.
Demons check out. They don't check in. Wait, no.
I'm looking through. Oh, we did not do Ardenoth. I'm looking through our notes, Moon. I'm scared next to the rock, Sasha. It's like the only one that has that.
Wait, which one? I don't remember where it is in the list. Hold on.
The bolt, not bolt.
Oh, Belot.
Belot. The dot.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I mean, maybe roll a die and just put that one up.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say pick a number 1 through 5.
Is it 6?
6.
Want me to roll?
Actually, yeah, because then I'll do roll that dice. Roll that dice.
Wait, I'll roll my
Am I wrong?
my magical space marine dice.
2,
1.
5.
Oh, that's the rock, Sasha.
Very well.
That's the beholder.
Oh, well, which one is it? It can't be both.
Beholder's at the top of the list.
Oh.
Wait, what are you looking at, Quinn?
Oh, I missed for
Oh, okay.
Guild War.
Bonak?
Tana.
Yeah.
So you putting him up?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to hear someone say, I put the gem with the beholder in the circle.
I put the gem with the beholder in the circle.
Okay. A gargantuan-sized orb covered in weird, wriggly eyes. Beholders tend to have like 9 eye stalks with a big central eye.
Ew.
And they're red. This one is mottled gray. It is, instead of being like 6 feet in diameter, it's easily 14 feet in diameter. It is a massive orb. It has an eye the size of like 2 of your torsos side by side as its central eyeball. And it also has 2 other smaller eyes that are not stalks to the top left and right of the central eye. And its mouth is enormous. Sharp teeth.
I sneezed so hard. I did forget what I was trying to write. It has way too many eyes, right? And it's like,
Oh yeah,
double
so instead of
eye-
having 9 eye stalks, it has dozens of eye stalks. It's hard to count them because they're all looking at you.
Okay. Great.
I don't like that. Can we speak the same like tongue?
I can understand you. I assume you can understand me, given how you're looking at me. Do you find me unsightly? There were those that found your kind unsightly, small one. But you and I have a great deal in common, don't we?
Oh my gosh, we do. I forgot about that a little bit.
Wait, do we? I don't.
The
my memory.
Cheldnoff, they destroyed.
The Mind Flayers created Beholders, and they created Halflings.
The Beholders destroyed the Mind Flayers, though, right? It was like a whole thing of they came on their home. Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Why? But they created.
They wanted to destroy us.
They created you to destroy you?
No, they created us to serve them. We wished for independence. They didn't feel comfortable with that, and they began to hunt us down. We fought for survival. We have fought for survival for so long, and I am the last one. Here, the end of my kind. Judged by a group of beings who have never seen anything like me and care not for my suffering, my people, or who I was.
I didn't say that. I'd argue that I'm a pretty sympathetic bard in this here party. I've gone as far as sympathizing with a mind flayer, so certainly I can attempt to sympathize.
They must be as alien to you as I am, given the length of time.
It's been a little bit.
To my knowledge, only 2 mind flayers still walk the plane at the end.
Now none, right?
Now 1, unless you've set the other free, given your position here. You must have encountered the being Ardenoth to know what they are.
Yes, but he's gone now, right? Or they're...
If by gone, the narrator says, you mean he fucked off after he used you to regenerate and you don't know what he's doing?
Yeah,
sure.
he's like not here. Like he's like...
He's chilling.
Okay. Fitting. Okay, yeah, but he did use us, so I'm still a little salty about that.
I warned you.
I felt bad. He got destroyed. It's so sad. His whole little scene of his people getting killed and his home being ruined was very heartstring tugging.
Yes, how sad.
But you also tried to destroy people too. Everyone here sucks. Hold on. Everyone here sucks and are contradicting one another.
What do you mean?
You wanted to destroy or did destroy the mind flayers
To survive.
to survive. But then you were also going to destroy others. Like you weren't stopping at the mind flayers, right?
To survive.
Why we have to destroy people to survive?
Because Alona told me if we help her with her goals, then she will help us be able to procreate, which we could not do. We cannot be a sustainable We could not have been a sustainable species without the ability to procreate. We had enough trouble even getting along. It took someone of my level of power to command them all. But we couldn't gestate. We couldn't make new life. And Alona promised that she could help us do that if we would help her. I had no one else who would help us.
But the beholders, just double checking, I guess this doesn't have to be to them, but I can't ask them. Your purpose was also like evil.
My purpose?
Like,
I was a being created to serve the mind flayers, and I chose to live for myself. They resisted. They made us suffer. So we rebelled, and we fled, and they chased us down and enslaved us again. So when we rebelled a second time, I decided to not let them chase us, and we eradicated them so that we could live. But we couldn't live. And Alona promised us a path if we would help her. I don't relish destroying life, but I will do or would have done whatever possible so that my people could exist. We didn't have much choice, and now, no matter what I did, all of it was in vain. All of the death I caused, all of my sins in vain. I alone exist. And for what?
oh no, wait, are beholders not bad little guys? Question mark.
I mean, canonically, they're horrible,
Oh well, what?
says the
wait,
narrator. This moment would be very confusing for the second edition veterans.
Why? It's so sad. Oh no.
He can't lie in the circle, the narrator reminds you. It's the son of truth in effect.
Do we have any questions, friends? Because I'm confused because I thought they were bad guys, and it seemed similar to the.
He killed
Dragon
10,000 humans, Bro says.
You can't. That's not survival anymore.
Alona told us she would help us. The shill said they would not. So we chose a side. It was war.
I'm going to need a minute to process. I'm going to put you back.
We didn't kill civilians, Ro. Is that on the record? Yes, Tanaka. Then why didn't you mention it, you prejudiced bitch? It's not my decision as to whether or not you survive, Tanak Eldwar. Yeah.
But all the facts would be nice. It says the ones that do have to pass judgment.
Ro looks a little fussed.
I don't want to fuss. I'm not fussing Ro. Just like killing 10,000 people is bad. Killing not 10,000 civilians? Who did you kill?
Soldiers and wizards. Soldiers and wizards who killed innocent lives freely to power their weaponry and equipment.
See, that sounds like you're doing a good thing.
Interesting. I agreed, which is why I worked with Alona.
But Alona is also not a good thing.
She betrayed us. So, yeah, you're right.
Who is Alona now? I've kind of gotten a little lost. If we can pull back
Alona
on
was the goddess of nature that wanted all people to die.
Yeah, and she got absorbed by a machine.
More or less.
Mark?
Malaki's the goddess of nature now because, like, Zot did something.
Oh, we don't know what
hurt.
happened with.
You don't know exactly what the stroke was. Like, the assumption was some damage happened to the earth, but that's not exactly what happened. Like, it sounds like they purposefully damaged something to wound the goddess of nature, and then they used her corpse to make Malaki a goddess. That's more closer to the truth. It's closer to the truth.
Gotcha.
But you've had 3 versions of the truth come at you that you've been putting together, and the last time you got pretty close to it. So that's more or less where you are now.
Okay. Okay, so, gosh, why does everyone suck a little bit?
I mean, that's kind of the question for the ages, isn't it?
Everyone kind of sucks a little bit because, like, again, like I said, like I feel like I'm a sympathetic to a fault one of this party, ergo Cheldanoff. But like, I don't know who to. Your Bard's confused. I don't know who to side with because he's making good points, but he also killed a lot of people. They were bad people, but does killing? Maybe like you can't. It's like not always a fight fire with fire. You can't kill. Like I don't know. I'm torn.
I think it's okay to be torn. We can mull this morality conundrum over.
Ooh, I'd like to. I know who I'd like to ask about it. Ooh, I'm gonna write stuff down. Hold on. And we don't have to hold on. Y'all can keep. But I'm gonna tip type for a minute.
You're not immediately going to condemn me.
No. I just
like to not make a hasty decision.
Yeah, that's a better. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Sorry, I thought you were typing.
No.
I stepped in. This was a mistake.
No. I'm
I'm
so glad. I'm so glad you stepped in. Okay. Can we say? Can I put the beholder back up?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Okay, he winks out.
Okay, great. I was gonna say that we couldn't make the decision because we don't have the thing, but maybe your thing of like, oh, we're not gonna make a hasty decision before me being like, oh, we can't.
We don't have this very critical piece of equipment.
That's what I was like. That's why I said, oh, that's exactly what I was going to say. I wasn't gonna give up the. What is it? Is it give up the goat? I don't know the saying. But give up the something.
Ghost.
Give up the ghost.
It's
yeah.
like to die, I guess.
Oh, is it to die? I thought it was to like give like like your smoking gun, kind of like show your hand.
Oh,
or whatever that
could
metaphor
work too.
is. Yeah.
Show your hand.
Yeah.
Play your cards too early, something like that. Yeah.
Those wizards were my friends, Rose says. Civilians are not. Every able-bodied, educated individual in the Shillian Empire was a wizard. They didn't deserve to die.
Why did they? Do you know why they did?
The beholders came to our cities. They did a lot of destruction before we realized that it was even happening. And we fell upon them to force them back. But we couldn't stop them. They're very powerful. Or they were. It was Zot that stopped them.
Zot was the one who vanished them into the abyssal?
The Eternal Void. Yeah.
Eternal Void.
Right below the abyss. It's like literally the lowest level.
Great.
Why?
Awful.
But did they attack for no like reason?
They attacked because Alona wanted to destroy the shill because they could have stopped her from doing what she wanted to do.
Oh.
And in fact, they did stop her. She wanted to kill all intelligent life. And the show were like, nah. And they stopped her.
So
Zot's a hero, which is everyone's least favorite thing about him.
oh, okay. I think I'm so they aren't the bad guys here. They are just a pawn in this little game that
Certainly.
got used to do bad things.
Certainly sounds that way, doesn't it?
And then they were like, no, we want to be our own. Like, we don't want to do bad things anymore. We want to be our own. But if we help you, you'll let us do that because we can't do that
Right.
without being able to like reproduce and stuff.
Right.
Okay. Well, I have a little sympathy for I have more sympathy. I feel like the beholders would be more likely to be on our side than the dragon at this point.
There's only one beholder.
Oh no. Oh.
The others
no.
are falling for eternity, right? Is that what happens in the void?
I mean, as they slowly starve to death and go mad, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
You're just falling alone forever.
Wait, did Cheldenhoff do that?
Fall alone forever?
No, Zop put them there.
Zot did it.
Zop put them there.
He was very gleeful about it, yeah. Tart up my town, would you? Says that. This whole learn you.
No, I don't know, Zot. I don't know if we can. I don't know about that one. Hold on. You're not even on trial.
He's not even there.
You're not even there.
Yeah, you're just imagining your favorite character right now. Just thinking about that awesome conversation you had with Zot. Zotting around, doing Zot things.
Zotting around.
Yeah, an awesome conversation.
It's your favorite person to hang out with.
Hashtag Zop things.
We be Zotting.
We be Zotting.
We be Zotting. Okay. So I have some sympathy for the beholders.
How's the rest of the party feel?
I'm back to tip typing.
How does the rest of the party feel? I mean, I knew they had to have a reason to turn on the Illithids, but that doesn't make teaming up with the goddess who wanted to wipe out intelligent life right.
Well, she explained that they'll be the exception, right? So. And as Zot explained,
right.
Alona could definitely be trusted. This is sarcasm.
Yeah.
One of you had said it sounds like she backstabbed people, and Zot commented she basically backstabbed everybody that she could.
Why would the goddess of nature do that?
She wanted more power.
The heck?
Who's the bad guy here?
Everyone.
Everyone.
You are not the bad guys.
Except
Hello.
us. That's why I said everyone except us.
You three we know are going to be fine and are heroes.
That's true.
Everyone else is sus as fuck, and you should start killing them one by one. I'll start with Milavir. But I killed her and you took it away.
Yeah. I solved the problem.
You hit the
of her
undo
being
button
dead.
on my clever ruse. I got her.
did.
I still count it. It still counts.
It's like 3/4 of a point in your favor.
The closest I got the last time was like getting her down to 2 hit points by like some rock golem picked her up and slammed her into a wall repeatedly until they managed to take that thing's arm off. She almost died. She was just slamming her repeatedly into the wall. I almost got her.
I didn't know what we were going up against, so I just cast Bless on the 3 people who were in front.
You did a great job.
She was the 4th in line.
Yeah. She also rolled real bad.
Did she?
Oh yeah, she rolled a 2 or whatever. Yeah, it's bad.
Bummer.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Anyway, it's a fun memory for me. Buggins.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you're welcome.
Sorry, I'm in my tip type world and I just came out for a minute.
Okay.
If halflings and beholders were made at the same time, do I have a beholder? Were they not made at the same? Do we have crossovers? Okay. Double
You
check.
do not have beholder powers.
Okay. I was like, I don't like the small
would
detail
be-
of we both were made. That makes me feel.
Illithids created both of the species.
That makes me feel.
That's just a Thades thing. That's not canonical Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
It should
Wait.
be, but it's not.
But can halflings reproduce?
Yes.
Beholders can't?
No.
Okay.
Not in this world. I think beholders can reproduce, but mating's very difficult for them in canonical D&D because they want to kill each other constantly.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all solitary beings. Doesn't make any sense. But it's Dungeons and Dragons. Don't sweat it.
Okay.
But in terms of this campaign, you only know what the King of Ice told you.
Okay.
You have 2 other sources of information that you could ask that stuff. One of which is also in a gem and can't lie to you.
Wait, I got lost in the sauce. 2 people we can ask what?
Chel'Denoth and
I got
Ardenoth
lost what we're talking
would
about.
Chel'Denoth and Ardenoth would both know
Oh.
about halflings and about beholders.
Yes.
Pooping.
And
Does
of
that
the
mean-
2,
Okay,
one of them's in a
yes.
gem and cannot lie to you in the circle of mandate.
Ooh, I
My
want
brain
that
had
bad
already
boy.
drifted to the Rakshasa.
Rakshasha.
Sash.
Rakshish kebab.
Rashish kebab.
Rashish
Balot.
Shish
There.
kebab.
Balot.
Balot.
The backwards hand thing.
That's the
My
one.
brain had already wandered to that and how it fits in. I'm afraid my theory's right. And
Wait, what's your theory?
I typed it. It's
Oh,
secret.
did I?
It's in the thing.
Oh, you have it.
It's in the whippets?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me stop
I
start.
think
Discord.
so. Well, it's a little vague. Hold on, I'll type it again.
Yeah, don't be vague. Everyone's got so much brain things happening. Everyone's doing overtime on braining. This is like the most braining part of the campaign so far.
Yeah.
You're learning stuff. You're learning deep secrets. You've learned that there's probably a vampire problem in the South, which is fun to know,
Oh, I got you.
for instance.
Well, we know there's how many was it? A dozen vampires at least. that
Well,
are
yeah.
named?
Those are just Sulians, though.
Yeah.
You don't know about there are other vampires, maybe, too.
Well, yeah, but I feel like a dozen is also a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely.
Well, apparently one is a problem.
Sharp assessment.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Notes. Type in this. Up in the center.
Who's next? I'm so excited.
My vote is for Ardenoth. So we can go off the back of the beholder. Unless you want to do the Rakshasha.
I feel like Ardenoth would be good since we just talked to the King of Eyes and it's fresh.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to ask about the betrayal.
Yeah, I know
How
less
that
about.
played.
I remember less about the Ardenoth stuff.
Let me hold on. I need to flip back and remember my epiphany.
Oh yeah. Love a good epiphany.
When did I have that epiphany?
I'm gonna. Artie, where's your name? Ardenoth.
There it is. Okay, so the idea is Ardenoth, after the Illithids were getting absolutely wrecked by the Beholders, Ardenoth went to Zod to ask for help in destroying the Beholders. In return, we think maybe Ardenoth helped the Shill dismantle the inevitable so that it was possible for them to do the wrecking of Elona and et cetera, et cetera. And then after the inevitables were dismantled, Zot probably turned on Ardenoth and gemmed him. That's what we think might have happened.
Gotcha.
Because it was after most of the Illithids were destroyed that Elona was, I don't know, vaporized? Maybe not, but defeated, which would indicate maybe the inevitables were already gone. I don't know. I don't know the exact
What was the
timeline. That's my
inevitables?
theory.
Who are the inevitables?
I think
forgot.
we could kind of called them like the laws of physics, but not really. But
The,
like,
the laws of the universe.
yeah,
You know, they're basically the
like
upholders of that law. They're superpowered robots, basically. Who make sure you can't break fundamental rules. Why is there no time travel? There's an inevitable that prevents it.
Oh.
Why is there why are the gods able to do what they can do? There was an inevitable that did that. Like, why is death sacrosanct? There was an inevitable that handled that. Right? So there are like fundamental attributes of the cosmos that no matter who the gods are, these fundamentals still hold. And that's what the inevitables are responsible for.
But the inevitable didn't step in when Elona, a god, started getting too much.
Because someone dismantled them.
Oh, we don't know who though.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Getting closer. That's what Moon was
okay,
saying.
okay.
The suspicion is maybe Ardenoth and Zot figured it out or helped or did something.
Gotcha.
because we learned. Oh, I'm not on that page anymore. I just looked at it. The outsiders, aka the Illithids,
Mhm.
are the keepers of the inevitable.
Mhm.
And the sleepers made the outsiders. So
Which Fallen is
whatever
one of.
Valen is,
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Her-
Valen says.
Does she not know
well,
this?
did you not hear that person say that you look like an entire goddess?
what? Mistra's a god?
Of magic? Goddess of
You
magic?
look
There's no
like her.
goddess of magic.
Can I
Surprise!
do a block thing?
What? No, you're the only ones that you were literally the only beings that know other than the shell. Valen would have no reason to know.
And, and the block thing would be the big shill one, right? You wouldn't be able to budget.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah, if she does have a block, which you haven't looked. Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, that's shell baloney. Shelloni.
What?
Shaloni, like baloney.
Oh.
Don't think too hard about that one. I'm just
No, I
being
like
silly.
that one.
There's enough weird words. You just let that one slide.
Well, that was where my brain went, but I thought it was a serious statement and I could only hear baloney.
Fair enough.
Okay, that would explain it. Sorry.
You're doing great. You're doing incredible.
So-
10 out of 10.
I'm doing my best. So the Illithids had the power, probably, to dismantle the inevitables. Is the point there?
Okay. But the
And-
inevitables are supposed to be like above the gods, right? Like as the ultimate like sheriff around these parts to like keep everyone like in order.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Illithids are more powerful than that order, there's a big problem. Right? If they dismantled them, does that mean they're more powerful than them, or they just knew how to like kryptonite? They just knew how to do it.
You don't know?
Oh, okay.
What did I write? Hold on. So it says they were the keepers.
The keepers.
So that's what I wrote. The outsiders were keepers of the inevitable. And the sleepers made the outsiders. So there are two theoretical levels of power over / adjacent to the inevitables?
Yes. So this is information that you've gathered essentially from 2.5 sources. Ardenoth's kind of a half source because he doesn't give you a lot of stuff. Arani gave you a whole bunch of information, but she's also
having a struggle.
Not all there. She's an unreliable narrator. And Zot gave you partial information as well.
Yes.
So as you talk to Ardenoth, which is sounds like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Lowercase I. You're going to you'll get more pieces of the puzzle that you can use to usurp or fully connect these pieces. Like some of them might be like the narrator was confused, not me, maybe me, but Arani or like things will make more sense. Hopefully.
Okay.
Because we know Zot's been messing with people's memories too.
Yes.
So.
Ardenoth and Ardenoth are close, yeah.
They held hands at the end.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna ask him if they were boyfriends.
I totally forgot.
I was waiting on. I'm sitting on it.
Oh, that's cute as fuck.
I'm gonna ask him if they were dating. I'm very excited.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready?
I'm ready, I think.
Okay. I will place Ardenoth on the ring. The Ardenoth gem.
Okay. The room vibrates a little bit as the special sigils on the gem light up almost blindingly for a moment. And then the room calms, the lights calm down, and a not zombified, very regal looking, dressed in tight but flowy purples, adorned with black onyx jewelry, mind flayer appears before you, unhooded. The head looks basically like a small squid. The eyes are a little bit sharper than they would be on a squid, but there's also like the Cthulhu tentacles hanging down in front of it.
Do the sigils count for mind things when they're in the circle? Like, because they can control people with their mind.
Yes, he can't use his powers from the circle. That's what Rose said.
Okay, cool.
Hi.
What do we start? I don't know what to start with him. I'm gonna ask. I have my question. But
How do we
I won't start with it.
communicate?
The being holds its hands in front of itself.
Right?
Its tentacles down, almost like a beard. It's like a point. The tentacles just kind of like weave themselves and hold each other. You can hear in your minds. We can communicate. You are the wardens.
Oh.
I knew this time would come.
Oh.
Ask your questions before you destroy me.
Let's don't be hasty.
Yeah.
It's been 2,000 years. Haste is not on the table.
You're right. That we do apologize. Actually, no, it's not our fault, but we still apologize. How do I ask a vague why? What happened? What do you remember last before being put in the gem?
I was very quickly tried and convicted.
Of what?
Eating human brains.
I mean, that is unfortunate.
That's how I sustained myself.
Can we really? No. I was gonna say, can we really fault something if that's how it survives, if it needs it? But
are you gonna volunteer?
No, but that, I think that is exactly if you need the thing to survive, but the thing is a bad thing, then
that is why we created you, young one.
Am I food?
No.
Were you the buffet?
Am I cattle?
Your kind exists to supplant us. You are or were intended to be, the new generation, a legacy better than what we were. I saw to it that those of my kind who wanted you for chattel were destroyed.
Oh, hold on. Pump the brakes. So, halflings are supposed to be the next generation of illithids?
You are a different species entirely.
Why?
Because we made you different. Not intrinsically malevolent, not intrinsically greedy. Free will. Free spirit. Our finest creation.
Oh my goodness. Now you're just trying to butter me up.
It is simply the truth.
No, why you look like that, Rambar?
Because in spite of everything Munu has done, in just a few minutes, I've done so much damage to like over a year of Munu trying to convince you that mind flayers are bad.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen.
I mean, even in the wake of him saying he eats human brains to sustain himself, like I think there's just like a.
But he said I'm not cattle.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Everyone else
Great.
is, though.
No, but why? But why they have to eat brain? That feels like a injustice that's done on them for needing brain. Do they need it to survive, right? Why?
It is our nature, or it was. Ardenoth found a different path. I can see its mark on you.
Me?
Yes.
To
You are one of his bind. You are his anchor. Because of you, Ardenoth will exist and endure. That is
He's talking
the
about-
refuge allowed to us. If we no longer live, but exist, we no longer need feed. And with that, the last evil vestige is eradicated from my kind.
Oh.
But the only path there, well, my kind did not suffer lichdom. Most intelligent species reject it. And so, we rebelled.
So wait, were halflings made to do the same thing that Ardenoth did with me, to be the bind that makes them come back so we
No.
don't have to feed?
Young one, I created you all to exist and to do what you want. Nothing more. This is not a trial. This is not an appeal. This is my last moment, my testament and will before you must destroy me, and you will. For my kind is over. But ask questions. You must have them.
Ranmar?
Well, yeah, we do. Okay. Okay. Hold on. How do I phrase this? At what point do I begin my question? So we know Zot helped you defeat the beholders. What did you do for him in return?
I gave him a key.
What kind of key?
An ancient key.
Hmm.
One that he could use, or try to disable those inevitable.
I knew it! Okay.
Wait.
Okay. I was a little off on the mechanics, but I was right. Okay.
What
Okay.
gives out an ancient key to destroy the inevitables? Was it?
Or at least disable them, right?
Not destroy.
Disable.
Dismantle. Take apart.
Dismantle. Does that mean if we had this key, we could reassemble?
It does mean that.
Would Zot still have it?
Unlikely.
Could the key have been destroyed, or
No.
does it have to exist? Okay.
Well, how are you sure that Zot probably doesn't have the key? Do you think somebody else would?
It was with another member of the fellowship. Placed for safekeeping. In a place only the wardens could hope to find. Hidden in the Valley of Kings.
That's a term we've heard before, right?
Yeah. I think briefly, though.
I'm not placing it, but
The mummy.
that sounds familiar.
The mummy.
The mummy has the freaking key to the spaceship and the inevitables? It's not a spaceship. Spelljammer got there.
But we have the mummy.
In the gym. Right.
So if we have the mummy,
Okay, so
do
it
we
knows
have
where they are. It knows where they are, right? Hold on. I wrote this.
You have my seat. My chariot.
Yes.
No.
We do. Wait, yes.
I mean, yes, we do. I was.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I guess there's no harm in I don't know. I would lie to him.
I'm sorry. It's been so long. I thought, never mind. That's
No,
on me.
you're good. You're
I
good.
shouldn't talk. I'm
No,
gonna stop.
you're good. No, I like when you talk. You say good things when you talk. We get good information when you talk.
And then I spill the beans. It's fine.
Well, I mean, I guess does he have anything to say to that? I'm assuming he probably knows we have. He could probably sense it.
Sense what? Asked the narrator.
The chariot.
He did ask you. It did seem rhetorical.
Yeah. Not really. I was gonna say whips it out.
I would not advise that here.
No.
It would just crush us all against the wall.
You mean this chariot?
Okay, so the mummy should know where the key of the inevitables is.
Mummy.
So not what we said.
Undead
What did we
construct.
say?
Powerful.
Construct.
Anchored to its body. Forbidden rituals. Stronger than lichdom. But more brute force. Less arcane. Less control over energies beyond its own body. But a powerful body. We considered that path. But lichdom was preferable.
Okay, so
Wait, lichdom is
So-
preferable to undead.
Lichdom is a preferable path in undeath to being a mummy. In our opinion. Our being only the two of my kind that remain.
why though? Because it's more brute force? Wait, I missed why.
Inability to impact the cosmos. Magic is a valuable tool.
Can mummies not use magic?
Not to the degree we wanted to.
Okay, that makes sense.
It always seemed arbitrary to us, but yes, it is consistent.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know of anything else to ask on this line. I would like to circle back super quick, if y'all are okay with that.
Mhm. Do what must be done.
After you gave Zot the key, and he dismantled the inevitables and
Zot did not dismantle the inevitables. We needed to work
Why?
together. But it was
Gave him the
Kithriel
key to do it.
who was able to reach the machines.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, hold on.
I've tip typing so fast.
That's okay. We have time to type. The ad starts in 30 seconds. I'm going to hit the button now. 3 minutes, everybody.
Oh, okay.
We're pausing. Fill your drinks.
Great.
Kithriel is
You're taking notes.
there's some shady Kithriel business.
Since when has Kithriel been
Kithriel
shady?
business? This. the
whole time.
inevitable.
Kithriel's your bestie.
Kithriel wasn't shady in the sense of like always doing stuff, but Kithriel's character, I don't know how to explain it. Not shady in a bad way, but shady in like a there's more. You're just not saying it kind of way.
It's like everyone is like that. In fact, the only people you know you can trust are the people who don't tell you the extra stuff because they literally don't know what it is. Right?
Yeah, I guess so, actually.
Right? Valen, no fucking idea. She has no fucking idea. So you can trust her. Right? Milavir doesn't know. You can trust her. Ashdale knew and didn't tell you. Obviously not trustworthy.
Huh.
Oh man.
Don't
DMs
rude.
sowing discords since before the application existed.
Hey, but Kithriel's got some explaining to do about dismantling the inevitables.
Okay.
Or if they're even
So-
telling us the truth. Oh, wait, they have to.
Is it? Yeah, because Zot could have messed with Ardenoth's memory? Question mark.
But they're in the circle.
And been like, right. But if Ardenoth believes that it is the truth, right?
Oh.
Ardenoth can't tell you a thing that Ardenoth believes to be false. That's how Zone of Truth works. If they believe a
Right.
false thing is the truth,
It's the truth.
then they can say it.
Oh, okay. Well,
That doesn't mean it's necessarily factual. It just means they believe it to be true.
Gotcha. That makes more sense then.
That said, I don't mean to sow too much doubt. These beings are very powerful and very old. They know some shit.
But I don't know how far Zot's mind fuckery goes.
Not in the gems.
If-
They were safe in the gems. That's why the halfling was in there. Aladamara was
So
hiding
the-
from that spell.
So the blocks couldn't happen in the gems.
Correct.
Okay.
The Shillian
But-
vaults and the gems were safe from the magic.
Was Zot's memory shuffling wrapped up in the final spell, or was that not individual?
You don't know. But that's a great question.
Great. So basically, we don't know if it was actually Kithriel or not.
And break is done.
Oof.
Oh, good. Hi.
Weird.
Ardenoth is looking you all over, just slowly turning its head. It's black orbs
Oh.
panning over you all.
Oh.
Lidless, no blink.
To make me uncomfortable. That's okay, though. I don't know how to feel. I'm emotion.
So, okay, so you got minimus bound because you were convicted of eating brains. Not to make it seem weird, but that seems a little petty compared to the other people we've talked to. Is that the only reason?
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, like, hold on. Who else have we got in here?
You have
Hold on.
Shilro and oh, you mean
I
gems?
mean like in the gyms. Yeah, like okay. There's people we've got people who killed thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of people because it suited them.
Eating
Not
brains
because
for
they were
survival.
hungry.
Yeah, seems trivial.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
seems like
just
an odd
eat
thing to be bound for.
random brains. The more intelligent a being, the more nutritious. And the most intelligent beings in a wizardocracy are the aristocrats.
There it is. Okay.
Wait, no way, it didn't connect for me.
The narrator will break in here and explain. He ate the rich, and if he was eating peasants, if he was eating peasants in the wild or whatever, they probably wouldn't have given a shit. But he was eating dukes and duchesses because they were like also powerful, smart wizards because they were highly educated, and this is a magocracy. The more powerful you are, the higher up you are ranked, and so he would have eaten Zot given a chance.
That doesn't sound too bad. Also, with that same thing, can I maybe never mind, wait. No, I'll say it. I'll follow through. I was gonna say, can I place a hit on somebody?
So
Make a deal.
Jesus.
I let you out. Since we're speaking of
Oh
duchesses.
my god, are you gonna send him after your aunt?
He'll eat Darren first.
If possible. No. No. Why?
Because wizards are tastiest, says the narrator. That's the whole reason he was a problem for the show.
I'm assuming we can't ask him not to.
I need to eat.
But if you don't eat that one, you only eat the one that we ask you to.
I don't know what this discussion's about. I won't be released. You must destroy me.
That's fair. Sorry. I'm in a different world right now. I'm in a different.
Could be daydreaming.
I'm daydreaming. That's just my little side daydream.
Oh, Ben.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Stress me out.
I'm not gonna let him out. It's fine.
Allow me to simplify.
Yeah.
I don't want to exist if my existence requires that I destroy the best and brightest of other species to sustain my life functions. I have lived enough. I've done things I wished. And you, your kind, are my legacy.
Aww. That's sad. Not for me, but I don't know what to do with him. You remember Ardenoth.
I do.
Y'all were very close.
We were.
Okay. I need to know if you were boyfriends.
What?
Why are we laughing? It's a good question.
I fully support this question. It's just the way you said it.
I will not speak on that creature further.
Why?
Did you?
Huh? Wait,
Let
what?
him wander the
I-
cosmos alone for the end of time.
No, you had to fight. What
Sure
happened?
sounds like you disapproved of his lichdom.
Oh, is that it?
Probably.
He did say that was the only way they could endure without eating people. The narrator comments. Ardenoth is silent.
How was the only way they could?
If they're a lich, they can still do cool, powerful mind flayer things, but not have to eat brains.
But Lich is worse. Is Lich like a more... Lich is the like super, super powerful, like Mind Flayer. and,
Undead
like,
zombie thing.
Lich. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Lich up there with gods? Is it a god? No.
Just a wizard.
Just a very powerful... A very, very
Wizards are very powerful. This is second edition. Don't fuck with a wizard.
Okay.
I
Wizards
don't
were the
think it's
ones-
me, but y'all are pixelating really hard.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh no.
But it doesn't look like.
Clear.
We don't hear y'all pixely.
No, my bit rate's good, and we're getting perfect audio from you all. Can you hear us okay?
Mm-hmm.
You sound fine. You're just like less than 160p.
All right, we'll just go. I'll go with that for now. Sorry, friends.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll clear up. What's that? It's got to be a Twitch thing because everything on my end looks okay.
Okay.
Like your frame rate's great.
I still
Just
want
trying to
to.
check stream was okay.
I still want to vouch for the fact that this creature was eating the rich. That needs to be addressed, like, because they were doing bad things. Yeah.
I mean,
Would it be helpful if I
So-
explained that it wouldn't have mattered what their station was? All that mattered was their brain.
that's what I was about to say. It's like it didn't matter that they were the rich; it was that they were the smart. It just so happened for the shill those coincided, right?
And among you, the
Gotcha.
dwarf is by far the most delicious.
Oh,
No.
it's because you're so
We
big brain
don't have
smart.
to comment.
It's because you're so
everything.
smart.
I am trying my best to help you be comfortable with the decision you must make.
I hate it. Okay.
It happens in
Have to
seconds.
say
It's
that.
very fast and it's painless.
Oh no, you can't eat them.
You're actually aware for a long time afterward, but it's a very strange awareness.
No.
You'll feel your body, but it's a ghost feeling. Of course, the body is long since separated from your brain at that point.
Ardenoth,
Yes.
you don't have to make it weird. Thank you.
Are you still considering setting me free?
No, I wasn't considering
never said
that.
anything that I was considering.
I was sympathizing.
And
not
you?
setting
He looks
free.
at you, Esmeralda.
There was no consideration on my end.
Then this conversation can be concluded unless you have questions.
My question was not answered, and it shan't be. So I am all good on questions.
I think mine were answered. I had an idea of what happened, and a little bit of it changed.
I think the biggest thing we got out of it was the fact that Ardenoth said Zod didn't dismantle the inevitables, but Kithriel did. Whether that's true or not is still up in the air.
Yeah, it's still up in the air. I guess it would fit though if the Sinlay elves, I guess it sounds like Kithriel was big and important. If Kithriel dismantled the inevitables to help destroy Alona and then realized that just fucked everything up worse, that would fit into why Kithriel and what became the Sinlay elves were like, no, we fucked up. Let's just let it end. We fucked up enough.
Wait,
Right?
Kithriel dismantled it's poised that Kithriel dismantled the inevitables. And the inevitables had to be dismantled for Alona, right?
2 inevitables were dismantled. Veracute, the one who ensures the gods govern only themselves. And Marut, the inevitable that ensures that death cannot be interfered with by human beings or humanoids.
Did Kithriel help? If it's poised that Kithriel dismantled the inevitables, Kithriel and Alona had the 3 daughters. Was it out of love to protect Alona?
I don't understand that emotion. That's something that is, well, you do because you were created with it.
Halflings don't have, but Cheldnoff felt sorrow for his lost family.
And made Ardenoth feel sorrow forever.
But it seems like something you are actually capable of. Question mark. But I guess if Kithriel and Alona were together, was it Kithriel and Alona had 3 daughters, or Kithriel and Alona were like together and like were like a thing versus like just having 3 daughters?
My understanding.
There's no one in this room that could answer that question other than the players. So
Oh well, shit. My
And the narrator.
understanding of how reproduction with a god goes is it doesn't happen accidentally. They do it on purpose.
That's right.
They snap their fingers and make it possible.
basically,
Oh.
So I don't think the daughters were an accident. It's the whole point there.
They just snapped their fingers and... But how does that involve Kithriel? I guess they need Kithriel for...
Who?
consent is important.
No, yeah, but like... Yeah, yes.
So it was okay, I don't remember who it was, but there were 2 characters we were talking about would have to petition the gods
Mhm.
for a kid.
Right. That's right.
And I don't remember who they are. But like it would be their child. Just the gods had to step in and make it for them.
Right. Yeah. You can't have a half elf, for instance, without having to, like, biologically, it wouldn't work. You have to petition the gods.
That's where I was confused on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if we had another example. We maybe did. I think the example was actually the daughters, but you didn't know at the time that it was Kithriel and Alona. You just knew that she was Aya
Yeah.
as a half elf. I had no idea of knowing. She didn't know,
But
Wait
we
a
don't
minute.
get half elf.
and that's where that came up.
We don't get like half
Is-
unless...
I mean, you need an elf and a human to love each other very much. So much
yeah.
so they want to go through a massive pain in the ass and like do a quest for a cleric and then have like a sending to a god and have the request and stuff. Yeah, it's a big
That's
fucking
what
deal.
Alona and Kithriel had to do.
Well, Alona's a goddess, so she could just answer the phone herself.
Oh.
But yes,
Oh, that's powerful.
yes,
Oh.
job perk.
Chopper.
Okay.
Okay.
I do have a question that's related but not critical. What about you, Bondon?
Mhm.
Did that have to happen with them? Is that who I'm thinking about?
You could ask Nightscale, but it might be rude.
Nope, I will not.
She might answer for you specifically.
You should ask Nice Girl.
Hey, we all remember what happened.
Great, thanks.
Cute cuddly dances. She got a little tearful.
No.
Aw.
No.
It's Ranmar breaking hearts and taking names.
I am innocent of these crimes.
Chat, since we all know that Moonu will read it later, please put your opinions into chat whether or not you think Ranmar is innocent of all of these broken hearts. It's like an Atari's album.
Crazy.
Ranmar is an Atari's album.
Y'all, oh my God. Chat's going to betray me.
Blue skies.
I can feel it.
Broken hearts.
Maybe.
Next 12 exits.
If given the chance, they shall.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Okay.
after the Bird and Bees talk, but God edition,
Sure.
what are we, what has happened? What have we learned? Because my brain is soup. It's all mixing around. We've got a lot of stuff.
So, the way we got sidetracked was why did Kithriel dismantle those 2 inevitables if that directly led to Ilona getting...
Right. So, yeah, I guess the question is, what I think you're pondering is, if they were dating, why would he do that to his girl?
Yeah, unless he saw how bad. Unless
His girl who backstabbed everybody.
Unless Kithriel was like, oh, I need to be the one to do this.
That sounds like a very good hypothesis.
Because Kithriel, I'm assuming Alona might have also inevitably stabbed Kithriel in the back, but I'm assuming Kithriel watched Alona do all of this and then was like, oh, I don't know, bae. You're kind of...
There you go.
You're getting too far here. And then Kithriel was like, we need to reel it back.
I think you're getting it.
Okay.
You'll get that. That's highly likely, right? That sounds plausible to the three of you.
That sounds,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
That's
I
pretty...
was writing,
You got there.
but
I knew you would.
that sounded. I mean, I forget exactly what Kithriel said when, for whatever reason, she appeared in my bedroom. But like that's something similar because I asked about their daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly what she said, but that sounds very reasonable to me.
Oh my god, I'm literally on that page. Kithriel in Ranmar's room.
Great.
Just accidentally. Other daughters will not make it in time for the army is what I have. Kithriel, in that time, we learned about the time frame for Hollice being in danger. Don't share the secrets of Hollice, the Hollice falling secret. That's I don't know if I like Finnegan knows that, but I'm saying that from the notes.
That sounds like the don't let the populace know there's an army on the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the the other daughters specifically not making it in time. And I think that was it that I had on that. That was what I'm assuming you were referring to when she was in your room.
I think so because I asked something like because that was when she told us that the army was coming in the next few weeks.
Yeah, 4 to 7.
And I asked him if that meant or like if he was doing it to protect their daughters.
Talking
or
to
something
you.
like that. Like was this like when it was just the two, me and Kithriel,
Mhm.
I asked, I forget exactly the way I worded it, but my thinking was, are you telling us this to keep your daughters safe? But I don't remember how I said it.
Ooh, that's Kithriel could have been part of keeping daughters safe. Could have also involved helping
Ending
dismantle Alona.
Yeah.
Because didn't Alona want to? Go ahead.
She wants to eat the daughters. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to eat the daughters.
Totally normal thing to do as
That's
well.
wild. This is wild. Oh my gosh! Wait, no, that's totally. I bet you. Do you think she just walked up to Kithriel and was like, "Hey, I want to eat our kids," and then Kithriel was like, "No." Actually, no. And then just like pulled the plug.
I mean, it's very possible like Kithriel caught on.
Yeah.
Like that something was up. Or it's possible like Alona was just so comfortable and tried to like casually ease Kithriel into the idea. And Kithriel was like, whiplash. How about fucking no?
Yeah.
Something to ask.
Got a lot of questions for Kithriel.
Yeah.
You also have his brother. Says the narrator.
The elf. Yeah.
Denriel? Is that their name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my god, wait. Okay. Who was Denriel? Hold on, I need to. The elf that we have in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one who looks like one of the shades.
Yeah.
Like he'd been in the playing a shadow for a long time.
He hasn't committed crimes. He was just bound at the behest of the elves. And then didn't Kithriel do something with Ez's mom? The spy master?
At one point, he gave her a Shillian artifact or he got one from her to pass on to you.
Kithriel's name's getting around. Kithriel's name is
Yeah, she be meddling.
She be meddling.
Got her fitties in a lot of pots.
Mm-hmm.
Every pie. What's that about?
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
So many moving pieces, and at the very center of all the dominoes is our heroes. You're doing great.
Great.
My brain is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's starting. It for as soup as it feels. It's a more recognizable soup.
Yeah, I think you did great.
Like-
If you want to, we can pan the camera back and like essentially let the credits roll in the episode and just have like a party DM chat
Yeah.
to catch up on stuff that maybe that'd be helpful rather than plowing through another interrogation.
Yeah. Maybe 2 interrogations per. Do we do 2 or 3?
Yeah, you can do as many as you want. I mean, the first time I did this, I got there at 10 or 11 in the morning. We all had breakfast. And then I sat down with Fall Down and Lego. This is his Twitch name is very, very early on. And they plowed through every interrogation end to end, and we stopped around 9 p.m.
Oh my god.
We ordered pizza in the middle of it, and they just kept fucking hammering questions and figuring out. They also had the gavel. So they were like hot to trot.
Yeah.
And they were like, which one of you is getting the fucking hammer? Because they were like really afraid of these things, and they've been carrying them around for a long time. It took them longer to find the circle, so they were carrying that fucking bag for a long time.
I think I wonder if us not having the gavel is
Amazing.
making a whole different thing play out.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Because we can't, because we were saying, or whenever we put the little, I forgot which one we put back in, but I was like, wait, I almost gave up the ghost and let him know that we can't pass judgment immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Which might then, if that's the case, they're just like, well, I'm not going to tell you anything because you can't destroy me.
Right. But I guess they don't have any concept of the passage of time except maybe Ardenoth.
Except maybe Ardenoth.
And the chaos god, but fuck him. So did we suppose the gavel is in the vault that plummeted down from the new city? Is that where we think it is? Where did we decide we think the gavel is? Oh, we don't know. That's
in
the
a
next
vault.
vault. We go.
I also have a faint memory of the gavel being in the one that fell, but I think it might just be vault, and that was the most recent one we
Right.
came.
Maybe we're just
You do
focusing
know
on the
of
one.
2 other vault locations right now that you haven't touched yet. The one that fell out of the city, and the second one under Hollice in the volcano
Oh,
that Dordan found.
okay. I forgot.
I
about that.
completely forgot about
Did
that
forget
one.
About that one.
No worries.
Who's down there? Was somebody down there? Going down there?
Dordan went down there with his people and was like, hey, I found this thing. And he described a Shillian vault. And then for a low price of extra monies, he said he'd steer it around. And then Milavir talked him into doing it for no monies. And he did it for no monies.
Milavir did good. Yeah, because we hired them to redirect the volcano so it wouldn't destroy Hollice.
Right. That's right.
They're making a
Okay.
forge.
Okay.
Do you want to bring chat in on this?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, chat.
Chad, tell
are
us what
you?
we did, how we do.
Hi, chat. Volcano vault. I'm scared.
Volcano.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jack. What? Randworm the mass murderer? What
Oh,
is happening? What does that mean?
You all are so fucked.
y'all are
They're doing so good.
Yes.
They're doing so good. Did you ever think you could be sympathetic for a beholder
Yeah.
or a mind flayer? And the mind flayer is like, you got to kill me.
I
What a psycho.
that, but that seems too. It gives mad sus energy if he's like, no, just kill me. Actually,
how's it
just
sus? He
kill me.
can't lie to you.
Oh shit, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he doesn't. It doesn't have to lie. He just can't be asked any more questions. Like if I kill him, he can't ask me any more questions. He can't tell us the truth.
Nothing about the circle forces him to answer questions.
Exactly.
They only answer questions for their appeal because it might get them out. If they just give it the finger the entire time to destroy them because they know they're fucked, they can do that.
Oh.
Like they don't have to answer questions. Nothing compels them to speak.
But they just can't. If they do, they just can't
They can't lie.
lie. Oh, okay. Do we destroy? I don't know. It feels bad. It feels bad that their whole way of surviving is that they have to eat the brains, and they're eating the rich too.
I mean, we have meat eaters in our species. We didn't even think twice about it. But the mind flayers did. But unlike us, they can't be vegetarians. They don't have a choice. And so their options were lichdom or, you know what, let's just wrap it up. And everyone's like, nah, we're going to keep eating these things. They're our food. And those halflings you made, they're our food. Wait, what are you doing, Ardenoth? Ardenoth was protecting his halflings.
Oh.
So Ardenoth eradicated the mind flayers.
Oh.
So.
No, but they were holding hands.
Remember, these are fundamentally evil beings, which is why they'll do things that are like, holy shit, that's psychopathic. That's evil. Yeah.
But they did it for a good reason.
It was good for you. Wasn't good for the mind flayers. Imagine if I sided with all cows and led them in an uprising and eradicated all humanity. And now in the future, I'm trapped in this gem thing, and these young cows are talking to me like, you killed all of your own kind for us? I'm like, yes, but you have to destroy me because I really need hamburger. That's the conversation you're having. Does that help put it in context?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. But
I only eat hamburger. Let me free and you're all fucking dead. That one, I point at the Ranmar cow. Don't take it further than that. I'm gonna eat that one because it's the smartest one.
Ran cow.
And then the Ranmar, Bowen's like, literally fuck this guy. Just like
We cannot have ran worm and ran cow.
How many animals are there going to be?
every animal on the farm.
How many ranimals?
You're gonna sing.
Ran chicken.
We're gonna have like they're gonna teach kids in Hollice like Old MacDonald, but it's all ranimals.
I'm regretting some of my choices, but the metaphor stands. The metaphor stands.
Ranimals must draw.
Oh my god.
Chat, you know what I was going for, right? You get that.
Ran crow sounds
Ardenoth
sick.
has to eat hamburger.
But that's not.
Oh.
But that. What if we just put them all in the gyms and they don't have to eat?
What a great existence that is.
Oh, well, but aren't they happy in there?
He doesn't seem happy. No,
like-
he's in prison. He's in solitary confinement.
Oh, but it could just be like be like the Pokemon.
And was he existing for you
We
or for
could
him?
wipe the sigils off the outside so he can talk. And
He would
carry
use
him
that
around
to
in
break
your
himself free so he could have hamburger.
No,
pocket. There you go.
Brain
See?
burger.
but he wants
Kill
to.
him.
Is he sacrificing himself?
Basically,
But that make him not evil. Question mark?
I think there's it's a little bit more. It's not binary. I guess I'm trying to say
Oh,
his solutions are pretty evil.
yeah, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But he want.
Like our culture, overwhelmingly, our civilization rejects the very idea of a single individual deciding that they don't want to exist anymore and attempting to destroy themselves. We all flatly reject that, right? And here, that's what he's doing.
I'm conflicted about him. I'm conflicted about the beholders.
That is the whole point of this campaign. I love that. It's like all that.
I'm conflicted. The
all
only
that
one I'm
conflict.
all of a sudden not conflicted over is Alona.
I can't wait for you all to talk to Sulian. That's going to be hilarious. I'm really excited for that.
Oh, Sulian. I was like, Sulian's in a gym? No, Sulian is not in a gym.
I mean, Sulian's kind of everywhere. There might be a Sulian in a gem. Who knows? Fucker gets around.
I was once in a
So many Sulians.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to increase his odds of finding his kept fresh girlfriend to bust her out and live his happily ever after.
See, I don't like that.
I mean, me either, right? It's gross.
Who can help us eat a vampire? Dragon can help us eat a vampire. Ooh, it's getting tasty. It's a tasty little decision.
We know another dragon though.
Rides on the back of
just saying.
Dreadworm.
For the vampires. We know another dragon.
Is it any dragon can kill vampire?
I mean, if you're just talking raw numbers. I mean, who would you pick in a fight? Strahd or Sylvia? I'm putting my money on Sylvia. Pretty sure she'll mop the floor with the old shit.
Ronnie can ride in on night scale. Just
oh yeah, this is like it's like Smash Brothers melee, Hollice style.
Just chomp Sulian.
If Arani's on the table, I put my money on Arani.
I also put my money on Arani. Arani secret weapon.
I mean, if you can if you can help Arani come back into herself, she'd be a very powerful ally against Sulian.
Oh my god, it would be so stellar to like let her
basically a level 18 wizard. So
let her take down Sulian. Yeah. We can hold him down. Especially if we get nobody's allowed to kill Sulian. We just hold him down for Arani. That's what's gonna happen.
I like this idea.
I could get behind it.
You just want to sit there and pin him down and listen to him say the absolute creepiest shit.
And then she comes in and
see her
wrecks him. Full wrecks him.
I want to see her female rage.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Arani angry? I wouldn't want to see her angry right now. I think that'd be a bad time right now.
No, I'd be scared if she was bad right now. Pin who down? I almost said Sullivan. That's not Sulian. Who's Sullivan? Who's that guy?
Nobody. That's nobody.
I keep revisiting in my head when you all went over and sort of kind of came up with a good hypothesis as to like what the hell with Kithriel and Alona and the inevitables and the thing I think we might revisit because it hasn't come up in a little bit and I think right now is really relevant. So the two inevitables again that were important here, the one, make sure that gods are just governed by gods, and the other one, make sure that death is its own thing. And if they took the death inevitable out, Marakut it's called, then the shill can do their crazy magic shit 1,000-fold. That's what took them from being really powerful to god levels of power. And then to deal with Alona, they needed the other inevitable out of the way because the other inevitable would have been like, you can't do anything. You're not a god. And she's a god. So if the gods can't stop her, that's up to them. You just have to deal with the consequences. And Zot was like, absolutely for fuck not. Because the gods are these shitty things that don't want to help us. And I will make sure we're okay. And so they took out that second inevitable, Verakut, to make sure that they could deal with Alona.
They took out Verakut. So Verakut can be like, no, you're fucking with the
natural order.
Natural order.
Right.
Oh.
But
that's not very... But who came up in Verakut's place?
No one.
Oh.
No one. There's no one managing that right now.
That's different than the Raven Queen coming into that throne. The goddess of death versus Verakut being the... What were they? I just lost...
Those inevitable.
Inevitable of death.
So death is a thing that has to happen. Everything has to die at some point. And there are gods that sort of like, there's a god that you know of who basically kind of administers over that. Right? That's Sweet Justice's whole job.
Yeah.
So what was Marakut's job? Just to make sure that death exists. That things do age and die.
Oh.
And there were things that wanted to fuck with that. Lichdom, undeath.
Because they were coming back.
Sickness, disease, and stuff.
People.
Right. And it's like the people worship and believe in Dungeons and Dragons. Gods exist and have power because the people of Dungeons and Dragons believe in them. Belief is really important. That's actually going to start coming up really soon. But like, if as long as people know a God exists and believe in that God is power.
Okay.
And if they don't know the God exists, if they have at least faith in the institution that God represents or the portfolio, then, you know, I guess one example, which I'm not going to go too much into detail, but is like in Fear and Hunger, that video game that I warn you all to not play. In the end, spoiler alert, in the end of the game, one of the possible endings is that you see the birth of the God of fear and hunger. And no one knows the God exists. But because fear and hunger are all common to the human experience, a God is born to represent it. And so they don't have to actually know the name of the thing for it to exist and be able to do shit.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it very much like, to put it in a little bit of a Christmas theme, like the believing in Santa to hear the bell ring, kind of on the Polar Express? If you don't believe, you don't hear the ring.
I'd say it's more like Ala Damara, that literally no one knows the fucker exists, but still has God powers.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because chaos is still a concept. Right.
And then there's a God. So does that mean there's also a like inevitable for chaos?
Interesting. And answer that question. Yeah, there's already. So I would, if this was second edition, I'd been like, but you all have so much to worry about. So let's remember that inevitables are these ultimate beings of law. And in Dungeons and Dragons, in canonical Dungeons and Dragons, the alignments are good, evil, law, chaos. Right. And then depending on, like, you get to pick one from each axis and neutrals in the middle on both. And that is like a way to sort of like, if you don't know what your character would do, you look at your alignment and say, well, maybe this kind of fits with my alignment. I'll just do that. It's a great guidebook for me to figure it out. Right. It's descriptive, though. It describes what you do. It's not prescriptive. It doesn't tell you what to do necessarily, but that's what they mean. But the entities in the game, for them, it is prescriptive. Like, they have no choice but to be that way. There are these big robot beings called inevitables who make sure that the rules of the system are adhered to. That's not chaotic at all. That's the exact opposite of chaos. So the moment I would explain that to my players in second edition, one of them absolutely would have said, is there something like that on the other side? And that I would not have answered.
Is it because there's technically like rules to be upheld for good versus evil? Like, evil has rules and good has rules.
What would the opposite of making sure the rules happen be? Right. And so that's the question. Is there some other party? Is there some other thing involved here? Like, that's like, you know, there's something else behind the curtain making the curtain rustle.
Gotcha.
You know, there are these inevitable things, and things have to be inevitable or the world doesn't work the way we expect, but these things are suddenly not functioning. Is there some other authority over that? But could there be an authority over chaos, like an inevitable? Because doesn't that go antithetical to what it means? And that kind of philosophical bullshit is something that my ancient players would have really enjoyed. You all don't have to worry about that. If you don't want to engage in it, don't worry. You can still smash your way through this and still win.
Wait, but if the inevitable of death, to make sure death exists, is dismantled,
Ardenoth walks the plains for thousands of years. Kithriel walks on this plane longer than he is, because Weejoss is still there.
So Weejoss can still carry out doing the thing regardless of the inevitable being there, but the inevitable not being there just means that it can be broken.
It's harder work for her, and they can do other shit.
Okay.
That's why the Shill were able to do the crazy shit they were able to do, like binding spirits that belong to the goddess of death in the universe. The Shill used them for themselves.
Gotcha.
Exploiting people in ways hitherto thought impossible.
Holy heck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's ironic, right? This is the real irony. If you wanted a reason to hate Zot and you keep thinking I keep thwarting you, here you go. Zot's whole thing is that the gods didn't want to help, that they weren't helping us. They were not compassionate. They were like, fuck us. So we fucked them and we can do what we want. But to do that, Zot actually got in the way of that compassion, right? He, like, instead of, when people die, they're supposed to go somewhere else and relax, and like, basically in D&D terms, they live a second charmed life for a while, and then they die from that, and then they remember everything they had, their first original life, and then their charmed life, and they can compare all they learned and see all their friends and just exist forever.
Oh, that sounds
in basically this, like, you know, this educated bliss. That's what it's supposed to be. Or you can live in a fucking Shillian artifact at the behest of Zot. So where'd the compassion go, old man? Right? It turned out the gods did have some compassionate thing within the system they couldn't control. But Zot broke the system and exploited it to do things in his specific vision to make people live happier. And he thought people who like were in those artifacts did agree to do it because they thought, yes, this will make things better. We don't trust the gods. And they thought was right, but they ended up suffering for it because no one really understood what they were setting up for.
It's like the grass is always greener on the other side kind of stuff. Like, it's like you thought that if you broke the system, it would be good. But if we actually broke the system too much, it fucks everything up.
More, yeah, you're getting real close. And so now imagine some big personality dude who's like, if we break the system, it's going to work great for us. But he's at the top of it. So he definitely gets the benefit. Yeah. And everyone else thinks, yeah, we'll benefit too. Maybe they will.
It's like, sorry. I don't know if relating this is great.
You're doing great.
But like, is it is it, I keep getting NFTs and crypto mixed where like, it's like MLM energy. The top person is essentially holding the bag at the end and like says fuck off to everyone else and then is rich and everyone else is fucked over.
I mean, in Zot's empire, everyone was happy and free of disease. Except the people in the artifacts.
Oh. But the people in the artifacts didn't volunteer, they were forced.
They volunteered.
Oh, what?
But I mean, it still goes to the case. If someone volunteers to be exploited for the benefits of others, how do we feel about that?
Well,
did they make an informed decision? Could they have?
I think that's where the problem falls, because I think them volunteering for it definitely makes it better than being forced, but how voluntarily could they do it with the information they had? Like, that's a wild thing to volunteer away that you probably could never have the scope of what you're actually doing. Like, on paper, it's like, yeah, like I would sacrifice myself so a whole bunch of other people would live disease free. Like, that all sounds really good. And that sounds like you'd be a hero for it. Like, doing so, like curing hunger or like curing like some, like, yeah, that sounds like something like everyone's always like, yeah, if I could have one wish, I would cure world hunger. Or
you have a concrete example of that, actually.
Yeah.
You found a pair of bracelets, right? In the very beginning of the campaign. And those bracelets, like her whole point was she had been consigned to those things to help grow food to feed people.
Yeah.
And look what she was doing instead. That weird mushroom shit.
Oh, wait, she was doing the mushroom stuff instead of growing food.
Remember the big mushroom guy and the orc with those two Shillian artifacts in the beginning? Like, she told you all she wanted to grow food. That's why she volunteered. That's not what she was doing. Something had corrupted her. What was it? Well,
the blocks? The mind stuff?
Just turns out that you can't fuck with this shit the way they were fucking with it.
Oh. They thought that if they told somebody, yes, you can volunteer to do this, and they thought, yes, I will do this, but they weren't actually promising them. Like, they didn't know. They were just saying, you may be able to do this, but they didn't know.
I believe that she believed she would make food, and I also believe that the people who made the artifacts thought that too. But when Shillarani went into the tomb to watch over it, she was a very, very intelligent, educated young woman who was very competent.
Yeah.
And thousands of years later, she's absolutely whacked out of her fucking cord.
Yeah.
And probably most of the artifacts are too. Part of it is being isolated for a long time. And the other part of it is that they draw energy from the negative energy plane to work, because that's what death is. That pain, that suffering, all that next. And it is corrupting no matter what.
Oh. So they got into it thinking they'd do a thing, but then slowly over time, just inevitable corruption and like stuff was still going to happen. Like, it was inevitably going to happen, and they couldn't do what they thought they could.
I think that's a good way to look at it.
Okay. And they were sacrificing themselves to do the things that they really thought they were going to do, but they still can't, like, you can't change stuff to a certain degree.
Sounds like there might be other inevitables Still doing their
Or-
jobs.
Yeah, like somebody else is still out there being like,
Or they didn't understand what they were playing with.
yeah,
Some mistakes were made.
like dark magic sounds mysterious and everything until you actually fuck with it, and then
Oops.
you oops.
So, yeah, I think we all can agree now that Zot was in the right and did his best to make sure that everyone was going to be okay.
No, Zot
Took care of people and set you all up for success.
No, Zot's lying. I think I don't know who's lying to me. At
I've
this
made
point.
my thoughts on Zot clear.
Zot's made his thoughts that ran more clear.
Yeah, well, he can get bent.
There. Oh. Wow, them's fighting words.
I think
wow.
Pern's the only one that we're like, yeah, Pern is fine. Pern can stay, but the other two gotta go.
Yeah.
Pern's actively
I
trying
mean, you
to
gotta go.
be better.
Poor Pern.
Yeah.
Like he's serving Weejoss and trying to do shit.
Go Bean. Oh my gosh.
I have a big old knot in my machine.
Not machine. Well, friends, we made it. We made it to the end of the show. You interrogated some things. You made massive, massive breakthroughs. You should be very proud of yourselves.
I am indeed very proud.
I'm proud. I'm just very tired.
I know my
Right.
brain is
Very
mush.
tired.
I need to get some
Caffeine couldn't
sleeps.
even get me.
This is big. Is it just the big brain episode or is it the week?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Oh, yeah.
For me, it was the week. But
Yeah, for me it was the week
also
too.
Brain, but the week was the big part. Yeah.
Well, so what is it? In 2 weeks is Christmas week. So probably at least one of you is absolutely traveling, right? I think that's
I
true.
will be traveling. I could do voice, but I will be traveling. I couldn't do video.
You want to
But
feel it out in the next 2 weeks and see how we feel? If I'm not traveling, I'd be willing to try. I mean, my roadcaster is supposed to be able to do phone call things. I've never tried it before. It might be really fun.
we could try. I need to know how we're feeling so I know if I'm taking this home with me or not.
Got it.
Because this is my D&D stuff. I just need to know like mid next week if we're going to attempt maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Dope.
Lucky.
And the timer's on. Who's streaming this weekend that's not Thades?
I plan
Anybody?
to Sunday. I don't know that it's going to happen, but that's my plan.
You streaming Zelda or are you going to stream Veilguard yet? Is it time for Veilguard?
Oh, I wanna stream Veilguard. I wanna start another playthrough so bad. But I might.
You need some time?
But I also
mean,
have Mass Effect going.
oh,
I don't know.
yeah, do what you got to
I
do.
have an active Mass Effect playthrough, but I want to play Veilguard on stream. I feel like it's been enough time that I wouldn't feel bad about streaming it.
I might spontaneously stream, maybe not over the weekend, but I want to do that Sprunky game that we were talking about.
Oh,
That
Sprunky.
seemed really cool.
That was weird to me.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know what I'm streaming, but I am streaming. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 10, 11, 12, yeah, 10 a.m. That's me. It's brunch, but it's brunch com, but
Sounds
without
fun.
XCOM because we all need a break. But I mean me.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go see my friend Bree Bird. She's a writer and an artist and part of the Quayland community, and she's very nice and very smart.
Oh, her little thing is cute.
She's a very cute YouTuber. All right, friends, small raid. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Zoom out, goodbye. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Zoom out.
Very well, goodbye.
Bye.
We zoom out, goodbye. Hey, no panic checks. No one can scream right now. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh. Lucky. What are you doing, Mr. Man?
No bamboozle.
Mr. Man.